Welcome to the Triple Takeover Toycast, a fortnightly podcast all about Transformers and whatever we end up talking about tonight, I think, because it's a sports-themed episode, which is something that I always threatened that we would never do, and yet here we are, because Liam has worn me down. World Cup fever is it's at fever pitch, that's what you'd say.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. There you go.
That's I was going to come in with it's kickoff, you know.
It's kickoff, exactly. Yeah, life's a pitch.
I'm impressed.
That was great.
You have missed no open goals so far. So.
Right, yeah. Was I offside though?
Yeah, there we go. Ooh,
oh gosh,
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was going to say, we're going to have to explain how the offside rule works.
For all I know, it is a footballer, like Jeff Offside or something. I don't know, but
Jeff Offside.
I'm still absolutely baffled that you thought FIFA was a footballer.
I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Like
Johnny
FIFA.
Yeah,
one man. This is the funny thing. This is the funny thing about real dyed-in-the-wool football fans, right? Is you have no knowledge of the subject, and then they're like, "I can't believe you didn't know that," and it's like, why would I know? Do you know what I mean? No, but I know what a Fabergé egg is, and I have no interest in whatever that sort of nonsense.
Well, you're obviously a very cultured man. That's
that kind of
or a jewel thief, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. There are certain things in the world that you just know because they are major components of world culture.
See, I would expect you as well, Sixo, to be, because you like your cars, so I'd expect you to be in a bit of motorsport from a sporting angle.
I like cars. Yeah, I really like cars. But I like driving cars, and I do like cars, but not as fussed about motorsports generally. But depends what it is. Like rally racing and stuff is cool, but not as fussed by Formula One or whatever.
Yep.
But that
Colin McRae, like a video game.
Yeah, Colin McRae's always good.
Good driver. His daughter's a really good driver.
Yeah. But generally for me, ball sports, I enjoy playing them.
Balls,
but balls. I enjoy playing with balls. I enjoy playing with balls. I do, but I don't ball sports. But I don't enjoy watching them. I find watching them very tedious, personally. Do you know what I mean? And it's funny because growing up in this country at the time that Liam and I did was sorry, Jason.
That's fine. Football wasn't invented when I was little.
You're a bit before my time, so
Liam, you and I were the same time. We were the exact same.
You're a bit before me, but different. No. We were having different football seasons because of the way the seasons work.
That's true.
That's the new thing, is it? That's the new thing.
August to
yeah, sure. But growing up then, it was a real thing where when you're a teenager or whatever, if you said. People would say to me, who do you support then? And I'd be like, well, I assume they mean football, but let's go. And I'd be like, well, I don't actually. And they'd look at you like you were from Mars. They'd just be like,
I had the same thing, totally. The safety thing that I used to say, who you'd get asked, who do you support? And I'd be like, oh, I like rugby, which would then just stop any sides. I ain't going anywhere near Celtic or Rangers or any of that stuff, because then we start getting into all these. And I was like, nope, you're fine. But I actually briefly when Kelly worked at a football club at the innovation department of Hearts Football Club.
I went to Midlothian.
Yes, exactly. I went to my one and only football match in my life, and it was good fun.
Tynecastle.
It was at Tynecastle, yeah. And you know what? That when I went, I was like, I could understand if you're growing up in a house where your granddad or your grandmother or your dad or whatever have supported this team.
Sure.
And that's what I get that now, right? I get that kind of thing. And the love of that and it just being part of your life. Just so happens that was Transformers for me.
Well, that was the same for me. And in my house growing up,
nerds, yeah.
No, that's all. But that's another point. I'll come back to that. But
definitely at all.
Growing up in our house, it was my stepdad did watch sports and stuff on telly, but that was always the thing where it was I want to watch cartoons.
He's going to be a polo guy, and he's going to be we watched lacrosse.
No, he watched football. My stepdad now is very into football, and my one and only football match that I've been to see was with him.
Right. And, okay. So you have been to a match, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember any of it. We spent most of the time chatting.
That's
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, that was just a kind of.
I go to watch football quite regularly and cricket. I'm a big sports fan. It's particularly the World Cup in 1990, Italian 1990.
Never mentioned it, Liam.
So I am with you on the world and European tournaments for football. because I do remember having. There was was it 99 Europe? Was there a Europe?
No, it's every 2 years. It
would have been 90.
So there would have been France 98.
98 was France 98, of course. Yeah. So I remember that because that was when I was third year art school, and everyone came around to mine. And it was like phenomenal. It was just like great fun because there was a whole group of us. That's what it was for me. But I was massively, the reason I asked Sixo about motorsports, because my thing was, I like a bit of snooker. I did quite enjoy a bit of snooker, nice and chill. But it was always F1 and Le Mans, any kind of motor racing.
Yeah,
that's totally my jam.
Yeah.
I loved
Le Mans and all of that is wicked. Yeah.
But I also, same as you, love driving all those types of vehicles as well. And I always thought it's just like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Not that I'd fit in any of the cars. But
no, you might. Motorbikes, though, aren't you, Jason? You're quite a motorcyclist.
Yeah, massive.
As well.
Yeah, so we've got Knock Hill near us, which is one of the main racing tracks in Britain, and they have the superbikes there. They have the rally championship. The touring car championship up there, and it's brilliant fun. It's great. It's really good. So, and I was a bit guilty of watching a bit of American football late on Channel 4 after getting in a little bit inebriated when I was a student. You know that kind of thing.
I used to really watch the NBA in the mid-90s when it was on Channel 4.
I did enjoy it.
Till 3-4 in the morning, then go to school.
Is the NBA? Is it NBA or MBA?
The MBA. It's not related to business degrees.
No, well, I don't know. A genuine question.
The National Basketball Association.
Is that American football? Is it?
It was basketball.
Yes, the National Basketball Association.
Oh, that's basketball, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
American football is just American football.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
The American football one, it's the one sport I can't get into. I like some elements of it because it's more like a maths quiz, and it stops every 3 seconds. I don't understand how they watch it because it's just a series of adverts.
But when you see those guys, and that's true actually, and I know that's been a bit of a controversy with the football for this year for the USA that they've now done the rehydration breaks.
Don't get him into it, Jason. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Scandal of the game. Ruining football. Turning it into 4 quarters for American ads. Wrong. It's wrong.
We said,
I've opened a can of worms.
We said there was a fine line for this episode, and it's related to robots. If it's related to robots, it's fair game. But we're not sitting here talking about the World Cup.
Bring it back on brand then, because there was a robot camera that caught fire and collapsed, and it was implied that it was at the World Cup, but then someone pointed out this was a football match from many years ago. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
no,
it's literally the cameras that are on the wires that zoom backwards and forwards when they're showing each half of the game, and one of them caught fire and then just narrowly missed the cameraman standing right below it.
Gosh, hope they're okay.
Yeah, they're fine. They were missed,
Good,
but it was a bit Terminator.
This World Cup has been quite awful for a lot of reasons, but so I've not been as into it this year, but there has been no fireballs, sadly.
Good.
Lots of crazy American stadiums where it's more like cinema screens everywhere, but there's been some interesting stuff. England doing well. Scotland doing well.
Yeah, well.
Scotland drinking Boston dry.
Yeah, exactly. Just redecorating Boston with lots of cones, which is brilliant, and adopting lots of Americans. It seems as well. Like literally, there was I saw a TikTok of a wee guy who just made it to a Scotland game, and within a minute he was Scottish. It was brilliant.
How are your what are they called? Nottingham United doing, Liam?
That's not something that exists. At Nottingham Forest, they're not currently doing anything. The season is over, the football season. It's the World Cup now, so it's different.
They don't play in the World Cup?
They do not, sadly.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know.
It's for international teams. It's for countries.
Right. Countries.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, great. Yeah.
What are the? Here's a very specific question about the football. The majority of the World Cup English team. What Premiership teams? I'm assuming they're from Premiership teams. What Premiership teams are they from? Is it like?
It's quite a mix this year. So we've got Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest starring.
Oh, there is a Nottingham Forest. Nice.
A few Man City players. You've got Rashford from United / Barcelona. You've got quite a few all across the board.
Okay, good. Yeah, nice. Like it. Because I was talking to my hairdresser, and he was saying that. Because he's a Hearts fan, and he was gutted because Hearts were so close to winning. And
that was another scandal. They were robbed.
There was a lot of controversy there.
I heard about Hearts because they were mentioned in Succession. So I knew that was a football club.
Of course.
It's when they buy the wrong team.
Yes, he bought the wrong team. Yeah.
That's
so
right.
I knew I'd heard of them because Succession is brilliant. But let's talk about Succession.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, in the Scottish team, there was, I can't remember if he played for Manchester City or United, but he'd done like 24 minutes playing in the Premiership. So he's not good enough to get into the English team, but he got into the Scottish team, which is like, yes.
There's a few of them. Yeah.
We got that guy.
Good. Well, look, so the thing tonight is sports-themed Transformers, right? That's what we said we would do. That was the kind of concession that we gave you, Liam.
It's such a weird novelty we've never touched on, but there's actually a surprising amount of them, and it's kind of just this weird little subculture. And it's one of those areas where whenever these toys are announced or released, they're always met with a massive wave of apathy. You know, it's this. I can't even think of one where someone has announced it and all of a sudden everyone's been like, "Oh man, that looks great." It's always like, "What's the point in this?" Why?
Yeah. Do you think that's interesting? I don't pay. I'm going to be totally honest. I mean, it's very on brand, but I don't pay much attention to these. So, like the recent. It's NFL, isn't it? The recent NFL ones that have come out, I saw pictures of them.
Absolute bunch of helmets.
Right.
It's absolute comedy, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to all of them and, we'll talk about them and everything. But do you think it is generally, I mean, like how ingrained is sports in the Transformers fandom, do you think, Liam?
I think it's pretty ingrained. I think sports is a universal thing. So I think there'll always be, in every fandom, there'll be
some crossover
and groups of people who are into sports. But with Transformers, I think it just doesn't really mix unless it's Optimus Prime playing basketball. So that's about it, isn't it? Really? It's just because it has to transform into an object that doesn't really work. Like the helmets, we'll talk about those, aren't bad, but I just don't think it's, it's not like, say, a shirt, is it? Like you get like they did a phase of in the early 2000s, the Dreamwave era, where they did like American football shirts of all of these sort of brands.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was Transformers ones and stuff, but like when it comes to toys, I just don't think anything has really landed yet, has it? It's just kind of always, but it's always, that's the kind of the funny thing about it is like, if this was Takara, this is the sort of stuff we'd all be going, oh, this is the weird stuff Takara do that doesn't really fit anything like the PlayStation Optimus Prime or the Mega Drive Megatron, But when Hasbro do it, you're kind of like, what's this weirdness?
So there's something about, I agree with that actually. There's something about when Hasbro do this kind of stuff, and it really feels, even with like the sports label stuff that Takara have done, which we'll talk about as well, but it really does feel different because
we're snobs.
Yeah, well, I think it is that we're Takara wankers, first of all, but it does kind of feel like with Hasbro, it's like, oh, it's a merchandising opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with Takara, it feels like they're doing it almost a bit more, here you go, for the love of the game, dare I say? Do you know what I mean?
It's a bit more micro change as well, because a lot of the items, like that sports label stuff, a lot of the items, they are in plain sight,
Right.
And that's part of what I like about it, which is like, oh, that's kind of cool because I'm talking about the sneakers, the trainers, that's the most obvious one. And the issue with that, though, there was only one. So you've only got one shoe.
Well, yeah, one mold, but yeah, absolutely.
And it looks terrible.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll talk through all of that. But I mean, look, it's not a realistic or reasonable stance, I think, because, realistically, whether Hasbro are doing it or Takara are doing it, they're doing it to make money. But there is always something with this kind of stuff that when Hasbro do it, I know it's not right, but my automatic reaction is like, oh. Yeah. Whereas when Takara do it, I'm like, ooh.
I would agree. Totally.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think as well with Takara, there's an element of like niche cool, of fashion.
True.
They tend to do sort of fashionable stuff like the LeBron's MP10s. It's kind of a cool fusion. Whereas Hasbro, it's like, it's a football and stuff like that. And it's sad, actually, because it's kind of like, it's not the stuff I want Hasbro to do specifically, but I want Hasbro to do more stuff like it, like weird stuff, rather than just keep focusing on the same stuff. But they won't do it if nobody is interested and meets it always with apathy. But I suppose then that's down to what they put out.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And we can chat about this because there's some obvious gaps in my mind that I feel that they could fill from a sports point of view.
Okay, well, we'll get to all of that. We'll get to that. Yeah, cricket bats. Yeah. Well, there's plenty of opportunity. And I'm going to attempt to talk very seriously about all of this as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how many of them you buy after this episode.
I think I can predict it, but we'll come to that. We'll get to see. You never know. So, and look, this is, I will say, all joking aside,
I've done my level best to steer off any kind of even vague reference to sports on this podcast in the last sort of 5 years or whatever it's been.
Great.
So
I've been
I have conceded to this, and here we are. So
and worth mentioning that a couple of our patrons came up with.
They did, didn't they? That was so
they came
funny.
Up with the same idea, which is like literally a few days ago, which is pretty amazing.
It was so funny because who was it specifically that actually said, "Oh, you should talk about the American football helmets"?
So was it real?
Yeah, it was somebody on their Patreon, and we were all like, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, we were all like
totally.
posting gifs like.
Wait to use it. But it's cool. It's an exciting time for me. It's the World Cup, so I'm always like in the excitement. Like right now, I'm watching Switzerland versus Bosnia.
I was going to say
you are on the other screen. Yes,
you are actually watching the World Cup as we're doing this podcast, aren't you?
I adore football, so whenever the World Cup is on, I try to watch every game. This time, less so because they're on at crazy hours over here.
Yeah.
Because obviously, football is very European-centric, so usually the games are catered to try and fit round us, but this time in the States, Mexico and Canada, they are not. So it's a lot of 2 a.m.
Funnily enough, my hairdresser was telling me, it's my barber actually, but hey, was telling me about that the other day. He was talking about the fact that, they're all on at like 2 a.m. or whatever. So.
Although I think was the England one not on at 9? Was that?
Yeah. So
that was on
this one kicked off at 8. The England one kicked off at 9. This one kicked on at 5 today. They're all kicking off at really different. It's really hard to follow. They're not sticking to a pattern. That would be my complaint. They're not sticking to, like, normally it's very rigid. Every day is like, say, 5, 8, 10, for example. Just an example. Like
just not cricket,
games.
is it?
Well, there we
Definitely
go.
not cricket.
It was just to give a shout out to our Patreon. It was the real Hibboman.
That was it. Yes, I thought it was.
Yeah, so did I.
Thought it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
who'd kind of
there
chanced
you go.
upon. So well done.
That's
done
why
on predicting
we
this
were all
episode.
smirking when he posted it. We were all like,
Don't
"We're
give
doing
anything
it.
away."
We're doing
I mean,
it."
he got that one in the back of the net.
He did. Yeah, kicked a goal.
Kicked a goal.
Kicked a goal. Oh my god.
Yeah, a goal in one. Is that a thing?
A goal in one.
A goal in one.
That's my new favourite.
Is that what you do? You get a goal in one, right?
Goal in one. You could do that. I'm sure.
Yeah. Goal in one try.
You just.
I'm regretting this now.
Kick it.
This puts Liam off sport for the rest of his life.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we'll get to the end of the episode and Liam won't like sports anymore. Imagine.
Quite likely at this rate.
Yeah, right. Okay. But before we do all of that and scar Liam for life, we should say that we do have some sponsors for the evening. First of all is the legendary tfsource.com. And you can check them out for all your Transformers needs or some sporting needs. I'm sure maybe they have some of the sports formers on there. I don't know. Transporters, we said we would call them, didn't we? That was
yes.
Transporters.
I'm assuming a lot of people will see that name though and think this is about the
Jason
Statham
series of movies.
Yeah. We've got our own Jason.
Yeah, I need to put on his accent. I can't do his accent. I'm not going to even try.
Get a bald cap, Jace.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to that hairdresser of yours.
Just go and shave my head, you know.
Right, Governor, let's have a fight.
As I've said before, I look like the bald eagle from the Muppets when I shave my head. So
okay, all right. Well, definitely don't do that then.
Oh, you do look a bit like Sam Eagle from...
Yeah, because of these eyebrows. If you get rid of this. I did have a shaved head for a while. So choice. It's a choice.
Oh my god! Whereas obviously Liam and I look like Bert and Ernie.
Yeah. Or Beaker and Professor Honeycomb.
Okay, sure. Shan't say who's who, but you know.
You wear a scarf, so
we'll work it.
I know. Not wearing one right now. I can tell you it's boiling here. But anyway, do go and check out tfsource.com for all your Transformers needs. And we also have valar.co.uk. And I'm guessing actually, if you have not just a Transformers collection, but some sort of sports-themed memorabilia collection. You could upload
cards.
that as well. You know,
yes. Baseball cards,
sports, baseball cards, baseballs, maybe.
Yeah, stickers. You know,
stick your balls on there.
Sports memorabilia is massive, so that would be like. I mean, that would dwarf Transformers on Valar, wouldn't it? Like,
well,
yeah, I guess it would. I guess it might,
I've got another friend who's setting up the sports. He's got a sports collector's platform that he's doing, and he's just doing football shirts as well because he's massively into football shirts.
We're not sponsored by them, though, are we?
Not yet, but you know, Rob, if you're listening, I'll get him to listen. You know, did you guys see there was actually in the news there was a woman who has paid for her uni, her entire time at university by selling football shirts. That's what she's doing.
Good for her.
I know.
It's a crazy market.
It's a big market, yeah. And I told Rob about it, and he was like, "Yep, we do events with her and partner with her loads." Because she's like,
I regret bidding a lot of mine in the 90s now when I see how much they're worth.
It's worth a fortune now. It's crazy. But that's it. It's perfect for Valor. You could just literally.
I was just going to say we have a sponsor called Valor, don't we? And they're pretty good.
They're very good.
What's that all about, Jace?
So that is a way to put up your collection, whatever it may be. That could be stamps, coins. Maybe you've got a collection of stones. Maybe don't do stones. I'm not sure how that would work out for you. Unless they're diamonds. Rocks. That's a type of stone, right?
Yeah.
John Stones, England footballer. There we go.
You're always bringing it back. That's it. So, but your baseball cards, maybe someone should upload some baseball cards. That's always a good one.
Pokemon cards? Is that a sport?
Yes, absolutely. That is a sport now.
Pogs?
It's a sport. Anything is collectible really now, isn't it? That's what it is. So, you upload that. You can put it into a database, which I love, obviously. It might even, if you wish it to, give you a little idea of the valuation of the item.
Well. Good for insurance and all of that kind of fine stuff. Good for, if you pop your clogs, you can have a little record of what you've got.
Yeah, need an auto. An auto is like, Jason passed, put all his collection on eBay.
That's for sure. Good, isn't it? Good. Yeah, all of that's good stuff. But yeah, check them out at valor.co.uk. And if you use code TRIPLETAKEOVER, you will get, now we established this, 25% off your first 3 months.
Correct. That's it.
Yes. Excellent stuff. There we go. And we do also, of course, have a Patreon, which you should check out at patreon.com/triple-takeover. And on there, you can get 5 glorious tiers of stuff, everything from early access to our public episodes. You can also get onto our Discord. And right now, of course, we're having, it will be concluded by the time this is live, but right now, when we're recording this, we're having an episode poll for the topic to follow. This actually is being decided by our patrons. They're all voting on 10 different topics, everything from Battle Beasts, which is currently losing, so we're definitely not going to be doing that for the next one.
That and was it cartoon covers wasn't doing well either.
Comic covers, it's not doing so well.
Sorry, comic covers.
Comic covers. Yeah. But I think I know what it's going to be. It's looking like the next episode will probably be about Diaclone. But let's see. That's what's in the lead at the moment, but we'll see. That's happening at the moment. You can get on there. You can also get all of our back catalogue and current, mini-sodes, mini-series, loads of additional bonus recordings, absolutely tons of stuff at patreon.com/triple-takeover. So, yeah. Right, lads.
I'm just going to take a hydration break.
Okay.
Ad break time.
Is that what it is?
3 minutes, guys.
Yeah. 3 minutes. Do they do oranges? Are they doing oranges? Is that what they... That was a football thing, wasn't it?
Do you think it is like the 1970s?
Yes, I do. That was my football. That's what I had to do.
These days, it's probably all like Gatorade and Powerade.
Yeah, well, of course.
Lucozade,
Maybe they're not sure. Maybe it's a fluid situation.
There we go. Oh my goodness. I think we've outpunned ourselves already.
You're right, exactly. So come on then.
Punishing episode, Jason. So
Oh, there we go.
So come on then, sports formers or transporters. I've got to get it right. Transporters. So I, like you guys said earlier, or kind of alluded to, I was surprised by how many there are actually, but sort of in a way surprised by how many there are because I've probably not paid attention. But I suppose looking into it, I also thought, wow, there could be so much more of this as well.
Yeah. That's it.
Really feels like there's a lot of opportunities just kind of left on the table, I suppose. Like you said, cricket bats or whatever. I don't know, but
yeah, it does feel like they've never made the most of it. There's so, because sport is so massive, and there are so many people are into it. It always feels like a weirdly untapped market, but one you're always quite glad they haven't tapped because it would be like super tapped, which I think actually makes it more interesting and exotic.
Yeah, a couple of the things that do exist from over the years are a bit tatty. It's fair to say. Like there is, they're definitely kind of going in. Not all of it, but some of it does kind of veer into the category of tat. Sports Label is probably as good a place to start as any, isn't it? Because that was from 2007.
You've probably got the same photo, right? But can I just please drop this one in, which is the Optimus
we're dropping
Prime.
Photos.
I'm just dropping in the Optimus Prime straight in there.
Yeah, the shoe.
Because you look at the shoe. And you go, cool, that's a shoe. Until you see it in real life. Have you guys seen it in real life?
I don't think I ever have. Liam has, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because it's small. It's a small shoe. It's not
it's not life size, is it? You said it's a bit like microchange, but it's not one-to-one scale.
You're not going to be able to put it with the other shoes and people think, there's a load of shoes there.
There's a shoe.
Depends, Jason. It might be for a baby.
This is true.
children's shoe.
That's true. It could be. I don't think it was intended to, because it is a Nike branded product, isn't it? As well, you're not giving your baby Nikes.
They make baby shoes, Jason.
Do they?
You get all the Jordans in little baby form now. It's
baby
a
form.
Huge market, isn't it? Like the trainer market, it's massive.
Brand your baby. Yeah, that's.
I'd like to dabble in there, so
You can get tiny little Converse and things like this. For
yes,
kids.
you can. That is quite cute, actually.
Yeah,
they are quite cute.
They do a lot of that.
Children
they've been doing them for
years.
It's a massive market now. Like little kids, baby trainers that look like full size.
Like the adult ones.
Trainers. Yeah, that they wear for like a week.
And they're not that much cheaper.
Well, that's the thing, right? So that's what. That's why when this was made as well, I suppose that was a market at that point as well. Because when did this come out? This is like noughties.
2007. 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was kind of a lot of this arrived, I think, with like the big boom of the movies coming in and all of that, sort of thing. And then they did start doing a lot of this kind of collaborative stuff. And obviously there was music label, there was sports label. But I think it's weird because sports label is literally just these shoes. And it's like, again, it's kind of what we were saying. It really feels like, wow, you could have gone to town on this stuff. Like you could have had, I don't know, baseballs and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Hockey sticks. And I mean, what sports are big in Japan? There must be
baseball.
Is baseball big in Japan?
It's massive in Japan, yeah.
All right, well there you go. Could have, so baseball's perfect opportunity, but it's never done.
No, this is always an odd one because of the shoe they chose. Like it's a running shoe, it's a night running shoe, but you feel like for the first Transformers Nike shoe, they would pick like a real iconic silhouette, like a Jordan 1 or something like an Air Force 1, something really famous that grabs attention worldwide. Because you look at this and it's like, this was just their running shoe.
It's just a bit generic, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. At the time, this was like their big running shoe.
Right. Okay.
I think if I recall, Nike Free, I think it was. It's not an iconic silhouette, so it doesn't stand the test of time either. Because it just looks like any old running shoe you've got from
really does.
TK Maxx. It's it's not something that looks like you see it and you go, oh, that's like a real famous shoe, something I recognize. It's just an Optimus Prime that turns into a random shoe, but it was an interesting idea. It just
Well, look, can we talk about the robot? Because we talk about kibble on toys, but this takes it to a new level.
Pretty kibbly.
Because they just were like, what are we going to do with all these bits of the shoe? I don't know. Let's just
have it hanging
above his head.
Yeah.
It's just
like a big convoy it.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a little bit big convoy, isn't he? But like not as successful, not as purposeful. It's I don't know.
I quite like the laces just hanging down as well. That's kind of funny.
I feel like that kind of thing. Like they could have done something with the laces. To just have them hanging off just feels a little bit like
they gave up at that point.
Especially when they've drawn them on the chest as the stitching. Like if you look on the abdomen, it's the
it's what they have.
The laces, but it just looks like he's wearing a corset.
It really does. Oh my god, cannot unsee.
I do think it's a really good touch, and it would have been crazy if they didn't do this. But it's lovely that they did have him wearing the trainers. His feet.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed actually, but he is, isn't he? That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Actually,
it's funny because you step back from this because you look at it and you go, it doesn't really work. But then you look at it as a collector package because they've done the box like a Nike shoe box.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that,
and it's really like well thought out. It just feels like a poor choice of shoe for what it was. I mean, for the time. For the time, people were. I think there was quite a few people into this shoe, and so it kind of makes sense. It just doesn't stand the test of time, but it's as a collector package, it's like a fun, like dipping their toe in the water of this stuff.
Yeah, and I think I guess we're holding it up now, sort of against the benchmark of all the collab stuff that is currently coming out. Some of which is incredible, right? Like, and they're really going to town on that now. And I kind of feel like if they did this now, like the laces, as for example, they would make something more purposeful of that. Like the laces would be incorporated in such a way that it's like so many of the collab efforts I've looked at, and just whatever it is in the transformation, the way they use the sort of unique elements of whatever they're collabing with, I look at them and I go, God, that's clever. And I feel like they would do that now with the laces.
Yeah, and it's actually like when you look at this toy, you look at the shoe mode, but you look at all the textures and stitching and things, the lace loops, all of those elements are there on the shoe. Like it's not just a plastic plain, the shape. It is all of the textures and elements are there, and it's very micro change in that way, I think.
Yeah, like as I was saying earlier, Liam, if that had been the right size to fit with my current shoes. That would have been more tempting for me because there's something quite funny about that, you know, and particularly as a Transformers collector, that if friends came over who aren't massively into collecting, and they're like,
you're a giant, Jason, so you must have
exactly.
giant shoe size as
my
well.
feet size isn't ridiculous. I'm like an 11 and a half, so it's not crazy.
Hang on, whoa.
Hang on. Have a canoe for a...
How are 11 and a half size feet holding you up, man? That,
I'm just very well balanced.
Proportionally, that doesn't make sense. How are they 11 and a half? What's going on there?
How is your shoe size almost twice mine?
But my shoe size is 12 and a half. But
are you 12 and a half?
Yeah, but I'm like half an inch shorter than you.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, it's I'm quite pleased, to be honest, because finding shoes at 11 or 11 and a half is difficult enough as it is.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Yeah.
I can make do with a 12.
7.
But...
Mine is very average height, 7.
7. That's a good shoe. You can get lots of choice there, right?
Yeah, plenty of you will get more choice, definitely.
Yeah,
the number of times.
Always the first one to sell out. Always the first one to
go. Oh man, the number of times I've been into a shoe store, seen a shoe I love, and then I'm like, have you got it in a size 12 and a half? And they just look at you like,
no, you freak.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
Get out of town, Bigfoot.
Do you know where to go? What TK Maxx ends up being a really good place to go and get size 11 and 12 shoes because they have the brands that didn't sell, and they're at that kind of size.
True.
But yeah, it is, as I said, very micro change. I agree, Liam. It does, that alt mode looks great, but as a Transformer and Optimus Prime, not doing it for me.
Yeah, but do you know, it's funny about the size thing because there's a couple of collabs that Takara have done where they're undersized, and this is the first one of all of them, I think. But like the recent, and it's not the topic for tonight, but like the recent Canon camera one was the same, where it's like if you just made that the real size, I still love it, don't get me wrong, but like if you just made it the size it was meant to be, it would be so magnificent. It would just be incredible, like such a great object to have.
Yeah, totally.
But just making it that bit smaller, it's like
it makes it an obvious toy, doesn't it? It changes what it's supposed to be. Like the illusion is gone.
Absolutely.
With this though, I don't think they're actually going for sport. I think it's fashion. I think that's what they were going for.
Yes, that's fair.
I think that's what this kind of branding was about here. It's more of a fashion thing because it's Nike, and they were particularly big at this time. And I think there's an element of kind of like culture that was going on at the time.
Even though it's called sports label, you still think that they're kind of tying into the fashion side of it.
Yeah, I think that's what they're...
Okay.
Yeah, even the way because the way they've presented it, because you can see, you know, like you get those. I was looking at them for display boxes for some of my smaller Transformers, but you can get display boxes that are specifically for trainers. So they're a specific size and they've got LED lighting in them. They're on Amazon. They're actually quite cool. They're surprisingly expensive. But that as a whole collectible market is massive, obviously. In fact, don't you collect trainers, Liam? Is that a thing?
I do like to dabble in buying some good trainers.
Yeah, that's what you did.
I think my girlfriend pointed out the other day, I think I've got like 17 pairs of trainers in the cupboard.
Yes, you don't wear them, you just keep them. Is that right?
No. I wear.
Oh, you wear them as well. Yeah. Right, yeah. But I've got friends who have like big trainer collections. But the thing about trainers though, you know, we worry about deterioration of our toys and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
trainers are the worst. You know, all those glues, heats, they're just they're not designed to last at all.
No.
But you can see someone who collects those trainers, and this is before we had the collab stuff, right? The presentation in that box and the way this one looks, that's where I think the market is for that sports label merch there, because it is merch in my mind as well. So it's like someone who's collecting trainers probably has a bit of an affection for Transformers. It's like, I'm going to get that and I can put it in a display box.
I kind of agree with that. You've seen the repaints, of course. I mean, I'll post a little picture here for you. There's a couple. There's the Megatron, and there's the other one is really interesting because it's just called Convoy again, I believe, but like obviously it's the kind of white and green colors that one would typically associate with Ultra Magnus, perhaps. And I think it looks really Tigatron.
It does actually, doesn't it? I like the fact that they've actually put it in a proper shoebox.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A bit different.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
But they're fun, and obviously the Megatron has got a different head design, which is kind of neat. Have you seen the Starscream?
I have, yes. I have.
No one really knows if this is like official or what this was, but it popped up on eBay. There you go. It's just like a red Megatron shoe.
that popped up at one point, but nobody knows anything about it.
But if you look on the side, you can see it says "not for sale" as well.
Yeah, so exactly. It's like a sample.
I was looking at the wiki earlier, which is why I'd seen this, because I hadn't seen it until earlier. But again, this was the thing, right? That they're all left shoes. Although his Starscream's not, is he? He's a right shoe.
Might just be a flip picture.
No, Starscream is a left shoe. So you can see the instep. It's the left foot. That's the angle.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, of course, with the bit there as well. Which I also thought that was a shame, because then, again, going back to wanting a pair. So you could have got Prime and Megatron. Yes, they're different colors, but at least
actually you're so right.
Which is quite
cool. Oh man, yeah.
That's so true. That would have been absolutely brilliant. And maybe there's like a little pun there with like one shall stand or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's something. There's something, isn't it? Do you know what
one shall trip and fall, one shall stand and run.
They absolutely should have been left and right, honestly. That would have been... I know which one should have been on the right, but let's put it that way. But that would be brilliant. But yeah, what a missed opportunity. But this was actually... I read on the wiki, funnily enough, earlier, that this was the first Megatron and Optimus toy that were made from the same mold, wasn't it? So
that's good. Yeah,
same body,
that connect. Yeah, of course.
A different head, but yeah.
I quite like the mold for Megatron's head.
Yeah, it looks.
The robot mode works so much better in those colors.
It does.
Really
but
does.
The shoe works so much less in those colors.
It's so true.
It looks way plasticky, way more plasticky. But the actual robot mode seems to hide a lot of the sort of
and bits.
Yeah, it's a lot more cohesive. It's really nice. It kind of the robot mode actually. Other than the kibble on the top, but like the actual body, it's got like a real Oakland Raiders kind of look, like NFL kind of American football vibe. It's kind of into it.
Yeah, I like it. Do we know what is the number on the bottom of Megatron? Is that just intended as a shoe size number, or is that?
No, I think it's going to be. It will be some kind of system Nike had at that time. I think.
Right. Okay. For like the springiness or something.
Yeah, it will be like something to do with the shoe somewhere.
Yeah,
because the shoe side would be in size, the shoe, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's just because the Nike logo's there as well. So
yeah.
Interesting.
But again, even on something that is a bit of an oddity, the amount of detail they put into that and just the attention they put into that back in 2007, it is certainly of its time. Should we put it that way?
It is of its time, indeed. So
it's funny because if you remember around this time, Nike did actual Transformers trainers. Like, do you remember there was?
Oh yeah,
there was an actual color because they did the Nike Air Trainer 3, which is my favorite of a trainer, and a couple of others in different colors. Because I remember when we were at a TFN. It was one of the first ones I went to. I think it was the first one I stayed at, and I was with Maz, and we were talking to Aaron Archer, and Aaron Archer had the Transformers version of the shoes on, and I had the regular versions of the same shoes.
Oh really? That's so funny.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I looked down, and he's wearing the Transformers ones, and I'm wearing these ones. But it's they've done it. It can't have been much after this. I think it's probably mid 2010s.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they did the Nike Trainer 3, and then they did a few other different Nike trainers, but in Transformers colorways. They're really nice. They actually worked really well.
Well, I mean, look, next up, and sort of going chronologically, which I think is probably the sort of way that this works in my mind, I think the next thing was in 2012 when they did, and this is tenuous, sort of sports related, but a little bit tenuous maybe. It's Takara again with those cap bots, which of course are baseball caps. So
I picked these, didn't I, for the TFN panel last year? It was the worst like crossovers or
the
something
thing
like
you
the worst
hated the most. Tat.
Yeah, it was just something like terrible tat, but they are crap. I mean, come on.
They don't appeal, I'll tell you that.
It's like, just the noise that they would make walking around would just be awful.
The noise?
Think of that flap, 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 flap with those feet.
But it wouldn't support their weight. They just topple forward.
Yeah, they would. It's so true. It's just like, oh my goodness.
But these are undersized as well, aren't they? So
you can't wear them. Yeah.
No. Which, I mean, it sounds so silly, but I love the idea, actually. Do I love it? I'm amused by the idea. Yeah. I'm amused by the idea of someone that if you had a real size shoe and a real size cap, that you could actually wear these things, right?
So, I know that Hasbro, Takara would never do this, but those beer hats you can get that have the 2 cans of beer, and then I want one of those, but like Grimlock or like Retgar or something. Yeah. Just like that would
Toxitron,
be cool.
Jason.
Toxitron, of course. There we go.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Oh, what's his face? Alchemist Prime.
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
Have a little glass of wine, I'd say.
Yeah, that would work. But yeah, these are...
Pummeling Bosnia to you.
Yeah, There we go, sports. But yeah, these are 2012 Takara Fair from New Era Cap Company. And you've got Captimus Prime.
Oh, jeez.
And and Capticon, which...
just no. Sorry.
This is tat. I think this is really like veering into proper tat.
Because even for the head sculpts they've done on the robots, they put the caps on the caps on their robot heads, but their heads just they kind of look like birds. They look a bit like a puffin.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, they really remind me of ducks.
Yeah.
They are like DuckTales characters, aren't they?
They are like DuckTales.
Faces like DuckTales guys. Yeah. I like the colours on the Decepticon one in the robot mode, the black.
With the silver
it's
purple.
very animated. What's that thingy blade Megatron?
Oh yeah.
Shadow
Blade.
Shadow Blade,
He looks like a baseball like coach on the sideline. There's just the way, I suppose it's like baseball cap in it. But they it's just doesn't work. I think Spider Father said when we did the panel, he shouted out, he's like, I have those. And he's like, it's not a very small amount of toys.
It's one of our patrons, who is pretty famous for
Spider Father. Is
owning
a good dude.
I mean, I think he does own basically all of Transformers.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But again, if you're going to embrace it, you need like a little like a little cloak hook as you come, just so that you could put the hat on that, and
put your shoe down on the rack.
Your single shoe and your undersized hats.
Exactly.
It's like a really small rack in the corner.
Yeah, tiny little rack
that transforms as well. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling these, I got to say. I mean, I think these, when we sort of talked earlier, I think the sports label ones, for me, the shoes, there's still something about them. Like, I know that people don't like them. Some people love them. For me, I'm not interested in them, but I think there is still there's a coolness to them somehow, whereas these just veer right into tat territory for me, personally.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Next up, back on shoes, I think, because actually it's probably going to be, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're going all the way to 2019, and it's the MP10s. It's the LeBron Atmos Safari. Those guys.
Now you can breathe a sigh of relief, 6-0.
Oh, I'm into my jam here, honestly.
This is it. This is an hour of content right here.
Yeah. We'll just spend the next hour talking about MP10, shall we? I think I'll be quite happy with that.
Can I just ask, do you know who LeBron James is?
Yeah, he's a human being. And very famous individual.
I think he's Googling him.
Celebrity level. No, I'm not. He's a basketball player.
Yes.
I know that. LeBron James. I know who LeBron is. Come on.
But you didn't know what FIFA was. You thought it was a person.
Yeah, but the basketball, I could live with basketball. Do you know what I mean? That's like...
Is that because you're tall?
Yeah.
It's on his level. That's what.
Yeah, exactly.
So height appropriate.
More my Space Jam.
Oh my gosh!
There you go.
That's good. I like that.
There you go. I thought that might amuse you. But I think there's something inherent about football that I just don't enjoy personally. But that's but basketball I can make time for.
Heathen.
So yes, I do know who LeBron James is. You'll be pleased to know. And I do own these two toys, and they are pretty great. I was so gutted that they didn't make more of these, because they're all, I mean, they're so weird. They're shoe themed, after the Atmos Safari range. There was only the two. I think there was the LeBron one, and then there was the duck camo one, the kind of green watermelon one with the pink wheels.
Again, it's a classic shoe colorway. The duck camo is really popular. It's always really popular. Didn't we do a mini-sode on these?
We did. We talked about it. Was MP colors.
It was MP10 recolors, wasn't it? Repaints.
Yeah, these are beautiful. I really like these.
Was there not a purple one we were talking about that didn't exist or something? Or
there was. Well, there's the shattered glass one that Hasbro did. The MP10.
But no, you're right. There was supposed to be another.
Oh, the shoe was. There was loads. Yeah. Oh god, there was loads.
Made.
There was tons. They kept teasing them to Kara at all kinds of conventions. So and I got to be honest, this was so funny because it was around the era where MP10 had been done to death already. I mean, there's like 13, 14 of them or something. I think there's 14. And so they were making, like, the duck camo one was the last one they made, if I recall correctly. And they were still teasing these things, like there was an elephant camo and like all kinds of things, like a goose camo. I don't know what the other ones were, but spider camo. I don't know. I'm making them up now. But they kept teasing them, and they all look great. And people were saying to me,
oh, you surely can't want them to make all of these because it's going to be crazy to buy them all. And I was like, no, keep them coming, honestly, because they're just so weird. Some of them, they were brilliant, but never got done.
It's a really odd choice when they did this. I'm always amazed they didn't pack a little basketball in with them. It's like, it's like, not only does it make sense from a LeBron standpoint, you're like, it's Optimus Prime. It's like the basketball thing.
It was
it's
right there. Yeah.
It's so there. It's amazing that they never bothered.
I know. I saw there was at least one person that customized the LeBron MP10. They customized the Matrix to look like a basketball. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was a nice touch. But yeah, they could have done that. I think actually the toys themselves, I'm going to tell you, are lovely. I mean, they are lathered in paint. They are super premium. There's like a really weird thing with, I mean, we said this on the mini-so, people can go and listen to it, of course. But there is a really weird thing with MP10 releases between Hasbro and Takara, where some of them are obviously all nice, but they are much more kind of entry level in terms of the finish. Like the Shattered Glass one, no chrome, no paint, really. Whereas then you get to this end, and it's the same with the Bape ones as well, and they are like lathered in paint, super premium finish, just absolutely lovely. So it's just really nice to see.
Yeah, they are. They're phenomenal. It's a different, very different route, though, isn't it, compared to what we talked about a minute ago? In the fact that they're not trying to make a real world thing. Yeah, this is what I would call a nod, right? So we're going to nod to the trainer, and then we're going to apply it to an existing mold.
I think it works so much better though, because it does. You're taking. I know people thought they were weird, but there are also people like me that just love a funky colored Optimus Prime, right? And that's like it doesn't go any further than that necessarily.
That's gonna sell toys, right? That is gonna, because everyone loves a Prime, and if these became available, imagine if these became available in like Missing Link line, right? That would be at that scale for G1.
It'd be like the Bape convoys all over
exactly. Again. I'd love to get my hands on the Bapes. I'd love to get my hands on these, but in G1 size. That would be just brilliant as well.
Yeah.
But that variations. But again, we're biased towards that kind of toy, aren't we?
100%. And I love Optimus recolors. I always have, whether it's this mold or whatever mold. And this was really the kind of peak of it, I think, for Masterpiece anyway. And they just did some really cool stuff with MP10, as is sort of exemplified here. And I don't know. For me, these work so much better than the shoes themselves. Transforming into robots and stuff. That's just
it's cool to see those things taken from shoes. It's crazy because obviously there's the great debate about LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. I'm a Jordan guy, but it goes with the shoes as well. Like you look at the shoe lines, and I'm always amazed that the Jordan lines aren't the ones they go for, just because they are some of the most iconic footwear, but it's the colorways and stuff they use as well. But then you see this and you're like, God, it's so pretty. Like I would love to see more of it.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Atmos, it's a shop in Japan, isn't it? Is that right?
I believe so.
Atmos.
Yeah. The basketball thing is funny because of course they did, and I just threw this in as like there was this as well. It's not really a sports themed Transformer as such, but there was of course the Super 7 Optimus that they did with it was the Ultimates one that they did a little basketball accessory with. Which is
great photo as well.
Thank you.
That's cool. Yeah,
really, really cool thing. I did sell it on eventually because I was like, I don't need this, but it was tempting to keep the basketball, I have to say,
because it was scaled. What scale was that Prime? Was
smaller?
Smaller.
Right, yeah, could have worked, but there was no way to plug it into the MP10 hand or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
Such a gift, a memed image from the show.
Yeah.
And it's kind of always fun to see, but it's always amazing they never really refer to it often, like as much as you think they would.
There was that really cool Daniel Warren Johnson Skybound cover,
amazing.
wasn't there?
That was brilliant. That was
that was absolutely one of my favorite. I would love to own that, but there's no way. But like a really, really cool wraparound cover that he did. It's just fantastic.
That's what he did really well. He just get these kind of little moments of just kind of Transformers lore or nostalgia or history or whatever, and just put that in as a drawing. You'd be like, I love that bit. I'm going to make this now.
Absolutely. It's like the kernel of an idea that had sort of lived in his brain, and he's just like, I'm going to run with this. It's just very, very cool to see.
He was in Scotland recently, I noticed as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he was up playing golf up further north, I think, as well.
Sports.
I know. Yeah, golf-related sports. See? Yes.
It's all tying in.
It is.
There you go. You can have a golf Transformer.
Yeah, that's what I was just a golf ball. They love doing a ball, don't they? Just do one of Maz's golden balls, but make it slightly knobbly and white. you know.
And then retool it into a Unicron.
That's it.
Isn't he one of the Japanese Seacons? Golf.
Yes, he is. You're right. Yes, I had to think there for a bit. Golf.
Golf.
Not golf, but yes, golf.
You're pleased to know Bosnia-Herzegovina and Switzerland has finished, and it was 4-1.
4-1 to Switzerland.
To Switzerland, yeah. It was at half time as well.
Wow.
Crazy game.
Look at that. Live reporting.
I was going to say, is this just your thing now? You're just chipping in about the World Cup every so often with like little...
He's allowed in this episode.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
So
just this one.
When USA 94, the World Cup then, that's what I had to do at school. I had to go in each morning and give a report of what had happened in the previous night's games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like a little correspondent.
You said
That's
this.
cool.
You said this in our little friend chat the other day, and I replied, and because someone was like, "What? They wanted you to do that? Like your teachers or whatever?" And I replied saying he was going to, whether they wanted him to or not. And I noticed that you didn't deny it. So
no, exactly. It was very much a Liam-led scenario.
Right.
Liam-led.
It was happening one way or another.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it was a very much the teachers did ask me to do it, so I had to come in and tell people what happened. I had like a big wall chart that I had to keep track of, and because I was always a big fan of the wall charts.
Yeah. Oh, were you? Do you not have a spreadsheet or anything?
No, it's not as cool if it's.
It's got to be a wall chart.
Have you got a wall chart for this year? Have you got one?
No, I don't do them anymore because
there was an illustrator on.
They still do them, but I don't.
Blue Sky who did one. It looked really cool. It was really nice little illustrations of all the captains for each team and stuff like that. It's quite good.
I still see them because I think magazines and papers still do them, but I haven't done them in years. But no, it was one of those things, like at school you have displays and stuff, as was for the World Cup, even though England didn't make it. And I had to maintain this with doing the wall chart.
It's a lot of responsibility. I like that. Yeah. That's good. That's very good. Yeah.
Gave a great report on the opening game of Germany versus Bolivia.
Germany won, I presume.
Talking about the height difference because of the high up, the altitude changes.
Did Germany score 9 goals?
No, I'm trying to remember what the score was. I actually can't remember. I think it was like 1-0. It was
nobody
really,
got that.
Really?
Nobody got that.
Game.
9 goals. 9.
Oh, no, 0-0.
Yeah.
No, 9. Oh, no
9.
goals. Oh, no goals. Yeah, got you.
It was crap. Move on.
Shoot the glass, as they say in Die
Shoot
Hard.
the glass.
Shoot the glass. Shoot the glass.
I will say, Liam watching the football whilst we're recording, this is not a solo time that this has happened, is it? It's not a unique experience.
No, it happens more than I think you realise.
No, I realise.
I don't realise. Just turns back to talk.
I see your yeah, exactly. I see your rabbit in the headlights look when I suddenly refer to you. I'm like, what do you think, Liam? That's why I sometimes ask you your opinion, because I can see you look up from the monitor like,
keep it on brand.
Football is very often on weekday evenings, isn't it? That's when we record. So particularly Mondays, it's always Monday Night Football. So I just like to have it on in the background.
See, I did not. I would not have expected Monday Night Football.
Over 5 years we've been doing this, and you've never mentioned that Monday Night Football was a thing that might clash with our regular podcasting routine.
I think football's just on.
Oh no, it doesn't clash because I watch it, so it doesn't clash. I am still watching it. So
You know, he's been doing very well. 5 years worth of content. Not even noticed.
No, it's true.
I can notice, Sixo, that you're doing a bit of a chronological here, so I want to throw in a couple,
please.
Because I said about
are these curveballs?
Well, they're not curveballs.
Curveballs.
They're not at all curveballs, but we've not talked about a sports-related transformer
Have I missed one?
Yet. That for me is so obvious, right? And it is, and I'm going to give you the real world version of it, which I've just dropped into our chat.
Real talk with Jason.
The F1 Ligier JS11 racer, which is Mirage.
Jason, did we talk about transforming cars all the bloody time?
I was going to say,
but
you're going to talk Formula 1.
But I'm also going to drop in, thanks Maz, this is your photo.
I love that we've got to talk about sports.
Right,
Jason has brought up the G1 Mirage.
Yeah, exactly.
No, totally.
I genuinely thought you were going to post the picture of G1 Mirage there.
No, I wasn't going to.
Another time we'll get to talk about a G1 1984 Transformer on this podcast.
Let's talk about Generation 1.
But it's not about G1. I'm posting the Binaltech smokescreen as well, because
we've never talked about Binaltech.
Well, no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the sports here, because we've had F1 cars a little bit. We had the RD ones, we've had Mirage and stuff like that. But drag strip, yep.
Drag strip.
And we've had some really nice ones within Binaltech for the touring cars and stuff like, and rally cars and stuff like that. But this is when I was on about a gap, which for me seems really obvious.
Do you know, I do agree with this, yeah.
Which is licensed F1 cars. If I got all 23 cars from the current F1 season, or actually my era of like Mansell and Jenson Button and Damon Hill and all that lot, Coulthard's car, I would be all over that. That's a collab I would love to see, and I feel that would sell because that fits very well. Transforming car,
yeah, I totally
F1,
agree.
you know, you've got a massive market there as well. And I'm always surprised that we haven't had that as well.
I think even beyond F1, you know, I think just with like rally racing and stuff as well, like people love all the decals and everything on cars, just simply like all the advertising slogans and all of that. People love it. And the fact that...
Do you think that's part of the problem though? Because
well, maybe
obviously in licensing for
the licensing,
I do think that is
there's
an
issue. a lot of stuff that probably isn't appropriate for.
There was a lot of cigarette advertising.
But then the old days it'd be that. Then there'd also be alcohol and
because that was like exhausts,
junk
problem.
foods. Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be a lot of things that aren't really apt for toys, are they? So they probably have to tweak stuff, and then you start losing some of that reality.
Yeah, because Mansell, Ayrton Senna's car, that was all Marlboro. And
it was,
Rothman's, wasn't it, back in the day as well?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, obviously you had Mirage with cetanes and gitanes, didn't you?
Gitan, yeah. It is a funny one, and I agree. I'm not saying that it's like an easy one to do or whatever, but you look at like Vinyltech Smokescreen, for example, and it's just phenomenal. Honestly,
it's brilliant. I love it on every level.
It's such a gift.
What was that toy line we talked about early on the rally cars, the Japanese ones? Whose name I completely escaped.
Oh, GTR, yeah. So that's it again. GTR, Mission
lovely.
GTR. They are some of the absolute peak vehicle modes in all of Transformers in my mind. Like just so nice. And I kind of feel as well, like even if people aren't, you know, racing fans or whatever, or even into their cars, I still think those hold an appeal. Like I still get, whenever I post pictures of that kind of thing, you get so much love for it beyond racing fans. I think.
And even people that aren't fans, because we've talked about this before, when people see the likes of Vinyltech or the GTRs, and they're like, "Is that a Transformer?"
Yeah.
And they're genuinely surprised about it as well. But you know, this goes into suddenly, like motorsports is massive. You've got all the massive monster trucks, you've got all the motorbikes, you've got all the, you know, all the Red Bull racing stuff that comes out of this as well. And the one thing that when I was kind of doing a little bit of looking around on the sports related stuff for Transformers is it's not obvious as such, but there is like there's no water sports ones, you know, there's not like,
there's Magnus.
Yeah, well, there you go. But I suppose nearly counts.
Brilliant.
Mirage. But then there's all the like even just getting into planes and different, you know, paragliding, hang gliding, all this different stuff, right? There's all these different sports that have never been touched.
Red arrows and things as well.
And I agree that what you were saying earlier, Sixo,
well,
is
sport,
that
it's a display team.
Oh, it's fair. You're right to call that out. Yeah.
But it feels more merch.
Standards.
It feels more merch than it does actually a specific kind of sport.
No, I get
that they're celebrating.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I get exactly what you mean. I mean, I think we were pretty lucky with G1, not to talk about G1 too much, but we were lucky back then that licensing and all of that just was not a factor. Yeah. So we got cars like Mirage and
Jazz.
Wheeljack and Jazz. And you know, it would never happen now. Like if you were going to set the brand up now. And I think actually a lot of people, like younger crowd or even just maybe general fans, maybe don't appreciate, because I still see comments now going, well, how did they get away with that back in the 80s? And it's just simply the fact that these cars, the vehicle manufacturers did not care. Like it was not, you didn't have to go and get these things licensed. You could just produce a toy that was like a very authentic replica of the real car, and no one gave a toss.
Yeah, they saw it basically like, oh great, they're advertising our car in toy form. Brilliant, thanks. You know, and that was it. Totally.
If they paid attention at all, I think. Yeah.
They would have mostly just looked at it and gone. They would probably even looked at it. They would just had no idea, looking so far beneath them. Yeah. But then you have stuff like the Wreckers, you know, in those terrible Transformers movies.
Yeah, Dark of the Moon. Yeah.
Because I'm always surprised because obviously NASCAR is a thing in America. Again, it's another sport I don't quite get, but you'd think they are so suited to Transformers. You know, those kind of cars, all very rectangular cars with
really are
just covered in adverts and stuff, and you're like, they'd look really cool as Transformers because the Wreckers ones did look quite neat, and
they look great.
That.
Yeah, they look really great. I mean, obviously they did stuff like the Human Alliance ones.
That's what I had. The green and white one.
There's Roadbuster and Leadfoot. Leadfoot is the red one. Roadbuster is the white and green one.
That was the Target one, the one that had the Target logo on the front.
That's Leadfoot, and they did two versions of it. They did one without the Target logo and one with, and but that I think is quite interesting because then you get brands like Target that are bought in, and that's fine because no problem. But yeah, you're right. They're not going to
release that in 2006.
Very nice, very nice. Good callback. Yeah, very good. But yeah, I mean, obviously Target are fine with that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can't do like cigarettes and whatever else.
Well, but that's my best reasoning why we're not getting, like, because current F1 obviously doesn't have advertising of any brand now that is seen to be bad for your health or like, they're all, it's a lot of tech bro companies and more than anything else now. But although you could argue that they are bad for your health, but how complicated it is for an F1 team to get all those logos on that vehicle at the right size to appease all of these different licenses, and then getting that into a Transformer toy. The logistics of that is what I imagine is the blocker.
Absolutely. I mean,
they're just going to be like, no, we don't want that as a toy because when you transform it, it splits our logo in half and all that kind of stuff, right?
I think it's a small miracle that Binaltech smokescreen looks as authentic as it does. I mean, the detailing. I mean, even like they've got the blooming Corona logo and things like that on there. It's absolutely incredible, really, to consider that that's the case. But I think you could do something with it now, like whether it's NASCAR or whatever it was. Like, look at something like Smokescreen, which they've fudged that in later toys, the Masterpiece and things, to kind of put decals on there that look, or tampos that look like the sort of authentic sponsors, but they're not.
And
I think you could do that. I think there is ways around it.
And Lego do it. Lego have really lovely versions of F1 vehicles and Ferraris and superbikes and all that kind of stuff from sports. So
we've had tires before, haven't we, that have been like Cybertron radial and stuff like that on there and things. So it's there are ways around it, I think, but it would be cool to see. I mean, talking about your motorsports, Jace, I did have one nod to this area, which I was going to bring up, which was old Bingo Sports.
I was going to mention that as well, because that's like the last one I can think of the motor cars. That's quite recent, isn't it?
Very recent, yeah. It was only 2024. And this is actually really cool. I mean, it's worth saying that actually, I'll show you the toy. Have you seen this guy, Jace?
So I've seen it because when you got it, you shared. It's lovely. Yeah, really nice.
I really like it, honestly. It got such a kicking online because the robot mode is like, I think people see the robot mode and they're like, oh, it doesn't look as good as it could maybe. But the reality is this is a very small toy, like it's deluxe class. It's a retool of Studio Series Crosshairs. And, so it is small. It's only deluxe class, honestly. It's much smaller than people might think. And it's a sort of model after a Callaway Corvette C7 GT3R. And the really cool thing about that is that, of course, this wasn't
just... Did you have to read that out, or did you know that?
No, I did know it, but I read it out to make sure that I got it right.
That whole entire thing.
Yeah. I was like, someone's going to come for me if I don't get it right. So I'll make sure I've got it written just in case. But the really cool thing here is that they actually did a collab beyond the toy because they made the real world car as well.
Love it.
Yeah, which is just absolutely incredible.
Brilliant. Great. Go for it. Embrace it.
Yeah. I mean, just so cool.
I want that car.
So cool.
God, it's so cool.
Amazing.
Even this, though, the toy is missing a lot of those sponsor details, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's not
It's just like, I was thinking about this earlier, about cars and NASCAR and things like that and the Transformers. It's like, I would love to see them do a range of the iconic ones, because NASCAR, whenever a new movie comes out, they would back in the 90s, they would have like a Batman Forever car or like an NWO wrestling car, stuff like that. It's like, love to see a range of iconic
that'd be
cars
brilliant.
from history like that, branded stuff.
I would as well.
Bigfoot. Well, it still amazed me. I haven't had a Transformers Bigfoot.
Yeah, same. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be cool. But yeah, this was this was quite a big collab actually, because the car went into the Japan Cup and everything as well. So obviously, Bingo Sports is it's like a luxury high-end Japanese car dealership, but they have a sort of bingo racing arm as well, which is they compete in motorsports and things.
Bingo was their name-o.
Bingo was their name-o, indeed. Yeah. And this actually finished third in the Japan Cup in 2024. So pretty impressive, which is nice. Came quite far behind the old Ferrari 296 GT3 though. So
and that seems to be correct.
Yes, that's fair.
That is fair.
We'll concede that one.
Wow, this must be what it's like when I'm saying football words.
It absolutely is.
Car words, and I'm like, I have no interest in cars.
It absolutely is.
Robots. And I don't know when you're like Ferrari X Fireball XR3i or whatever. 93.
When you're talking about old FIFA, John FIFA or whatever.
John FIFA.
It's not often I feel like I'm in the middle, understanding both sides.
I see both sides.
Yeah. You know what I'm like? When I think I understand something, it means I really don't understand something. So,
such an enlightened centrist, Jason. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Anyway, so that's Bingo Sports. But actually, I do have some more pictures of this thing, which I'm going to share with you because I think it is worth kind of highlighting. I was really impressed with this little guy, and again, it is small. But I've got some pictures with there's your GTR. Actually, there's a little comparison shot with the GTR, which you can see it's not in scale, but it's sort of just to see, really.
GTR cars, man. Like I had the Maximus from this show, didn't I? That's when I bought it, and I sold it to the Moth.
Good old
Moth.
That
went, but like the car modes, I hated transforming it, but the car modes were absolutely beautiful.
Oh, just stunning. Just stunning. I mean, you can see that it's with the Alternity Convoy as well, which of course the GTR is a retool of, heavy retool of. But yeah,
that GTR covered in all of those decals. I just love it. This is what I want. I want a Transformers line tomorrow.
That
is like this. That's what I want. This is my sports line that I want. You know,
do you have the GTR cars, Jace? The Ford.
Do I have the Prime? No, I don't. No, I didn't get because that's all. I didn't really get. That was that alternators or was that?
This was post. This was post alternators. This was post alternity.
Yeah. I've got the Starscream.
Oh yeah. The rude Starscream.
Yes, that one. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it was you that told me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just don't look at it from a bird's eye view.
Yeah,
honestly.
totally. Yeah. Well, you know what my brain's like, so.
What I do, yeah. It's one of your cave paintings.
Jason checking his database, which means he probably doesn't have these, and what he actually is looking at is the picture of the Stunticons.
Yeah.
G1 Stunticons.
Easy now. This comes under Japanese miscellaneous and other, I think. Which I feel like the guy from Die Hard 2 who's going through his filing system with Bruce Willis.
God.
Getting confused.
Oh man, what a guy!
Yeah. What a guy!
I love Die Hard too.
There's some more shots for you with the Bingo Sports Optimus with just a couple of alternators, Binaltech, whatever, and then the Legacy Stunticons as well, just so you can kind of see. But it is a really fun one. Honestly, I really like it.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it's not like an amazing toy or anything. Like it's a bit of a weird one because it's got a lot of kibble. I've got a picture here. There you go. A couple of pictures of the robot mode. And you'll see
it's always nice to see because, like, for us, Transformers are so founded in cars with liveries on. Like, because that's ET4. That's, for us, that's the stuff that drew your eyes. Like,
so true.
And wheelchair. And so it's always nice when they then bring it back like this. It feels like a real nice novelty.
Yeah, I love it, honestly. Like with the GTR stuff, with all the G1 stuff where they did it with Smokescreen, I just think it works so well. And like Jason says, I would love to see a lot more of it. I think it's cool here because you can take the spoiler off with the Bingo Sports logo and everything and kind of attach it to the gun. So that's quite nice choice. Yeah.
Just a shame it turns into old oven mitt tits Optimus.
It does.
It's even worse on this because it looks like they've painted thumbs.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
It's just like, it totally is.
Honka.
That paint scheme. Did they just give up? Did they just went, that's enough,
there is a bit of that. That's a common critique of this toy is that it's like a lot of bare grey plastic.
His face he's just like a ghost. His eyes.
He's like, my name is Optimus Prime, and my nipples are being rubbed very warm right now.
Yeah. I know.
I think they ran out of paint budget. Was the thing for the robot?
Yeah,
mode,
it's like because his eyes. He's just like he's been up for days. He just looks really tired.
Well, we all know that look. Let's be fair.
We do. That's true. very true.
When you're hard podcasting.
He is a wee guy, isn't he?
He's a wee guy. Yeah, he's a wee guy. Yeah. Not in a water sports way, Jason.
No,
you're a big fan of.
Small.
I know you're a big fan of your old water sports there. You got your wee hands. He's fun though. Honestly, I really like it. But yeah, the car mode is the standout for sure.
Yeah, it's good. But again, just the photos you've just shared there and all those different alt modes, they look phenomenal. They look great. And I just I know we've got loads of cars in the world of Transformers, but
do we?
It would be nice if we just had a line that was just dedicated to let's just do all of this line.
I totally agree.
Cool.
And look,
be cool.
I did say, and I did promise Liam that motorsports wasn't going to be the focus of tonight because it's sort of inevitable that it will come up. You'll notice I didn't mention Vinyl Tech Smokescreen. That wasn't me.
That was
I didn't bring up the
using
Subaru.
Maz's photo.
Yeah. Didn't bring up the Subaru. But it is sort of inevitable. But I do totally agree with you that I think there's a whole arena here that is untapped.
Untapped.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, we'll bring us back onto bull sports.
Yes,
Bulls.
I was waiting for this. I know what's coming next. Oh no!
Do you? Do you know what's coming next?
Well, if we're coming up to the kind of the now, then
we're in the now pretty much. There is one that we haven't talked about, which is from before a lot of this. So maybe we should do that first. And that was the Megatron. Liam knows what I'm going to say. This one, the guy that's named Megatron.
Yeah, this is the one. So it's named after the nickname of an American football player whose name I have no idea what his real name is, but he's an American footballer.
I got it here.
Megatron.
It's Calvin Johnson.
Oh yeah, it is Calvin Johnson. They gave this away it's that the Generations Megatron, the stealth bomber one.
Yeah,
and it came with like a little American football, but I'm sure they packed it in with a pair of shoes, wasn't it?
I think there was something with that. Yeah, I think there was.
It's very random. This. It's like, how do we make this sports related? Let's put a tiny American football.
Yeah, he was the hot player in American football for like a moment at this point. He was like a mass, because his name's Megatron, obviously that sticks, and then he gets that big boost of fame. That nickname goes around, and obviously, that was the whole thing. That was the connection. That was it. This guy's called Megatron. He's a sports guy. He gets an American football. Think of all the Optimus Primes that don't get a basketball like we were talking about earlier. But this Megatron gets an American football. But apparently it can't hold it. Which was
it sits next to him on the floor. Yeah.
It's a bit kind of, come on, guys, you had one job.
It's one of the fundamental parts of American football.
Wanted to hold the football.
But this is like a fascinating, I think, for me, like crossover with sports because it's crossing over with a personality.
Yes.
But it's just a regular Transformers toy. It's not trying to look like an American football or a helmet or any of that kind of, or a shoe or anything. It's just a Transformers toy that is being themed around a personality. And there's a similar way, I suppose, with the LeBrons to a degree, but they're themed around the shoes specifically. Whereas this is trying to take the essence of a person, of a sports star, and go, how do we capture that as a toy? And they went, let's paint Stealth Bomber Megatron.
It's so true.
More purple.
How can we get a cash in on this right now? We have this toy.
It's got his signature on the top of it, apparently, as well.
Yeah. But it's actually a really nice deco as well, because the purple, then you've got the grid pattern for the wings.
So I like that. I like the grid pattern because that becomes his weapon, doesn't it? Which is cool.
Yeah. It's quite Transformers the movie, actually. Sort of Galvatron into Megatron, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that is a cool toy. That like stealth bomber mode is very nice. I do like it.
That's kind of the thing I'm more surprised we haven't seen more of is them signing deals with more like celebs and stars,
right.
Kind of like branded toys, like just taking over toys and having some sort of celebrity element to them. And it's fun to see that they dabbled with it here. Like I remember when it came out, and I think you could pick these up on the secondary market. I don't remember if they were KOs or just on eBay. They were quite plentiful.
Right.
Do you know, it's interesting you say that, Liam, and I would hazard a guess because, we can thank David Beckham was the sports person that brought licensing and merchandising of the player to the...
He's a footballer. I know that.
He's a footballer. Fully to the market. He was famously the one who started doing all the partnerships with like perfumes and clothing and all that kind of stuff. And he just made him and Posh just become billionaires. I think they just did. So they've gone into it, and that's it, right? So the license for the likes of David Beckham, that is not a cheap license at all. And where the market was before that to where it is now, it's similar to what we're talking about with the cars and everything as well. That just the cost involved from Hasbro's point of view would be astronomical. It would just be like so much.
Astronomical even.
Yeah, but, there we go. Yeah.
I do feel that that's where we're going to eventually end up, is more of that stuff in the future. Because we're leaning more as a culture on people as brands,
absolutely.
Like and I think you're going to see more Transformers where they are tied into a particular person, because you've got stuff already with like the what's his face thingy Balvin and stuff like that.
Balvin. That's true. That's true.
But they are like artists and musicians and stuff like that. You've got that, but I think you'll start seeing even more of that. Like, this is tied to some massive actor of the moment, or this is tied to a sports star. I feel like it's coming.
Maybe so. We'll have to see. I was going to say, actually, Liam, I found the shoe for you. Not a picture, but I know what it was. It was the Nike CJ81 Trainer Max.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Do you know that?
Sounds like a car.
Yeah.
Was it a cleat or was it an actual shoe?
Yes.
No, I mean,
I'm saying I don't know. Is the point? That was my attempt to be like, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is the honest answer, but I know that it was apparently available when you got the trainers. Basically,
that's what I remember. Was it came with the shoe?
Yeah, came with the shoe exactly. So yeah, there you go.
But there was a flood of them on eBay, I think, from China at one point around that time, and that's where most people seem to get them from. I've always regretted not getting it.
Maybe you still could. Anyway, kind of bringing us back on theme. Got two options now. Yeah, exactly. Back to ball sports. So there's there's this one which is talking about your football, Liam. This is your one, isn't it? This is about as football themed as it gets.
This guy is where I knew we'd go.
Yeah, this is Breakaway. This is just coming out now. Actually, I think it's just been released. Was what I kind of gathered, because I noticed that like pictures have started to circulate online.
Do you know why?
Because of the World Cup.
To coincide, yes, with the FIFA World Cup.
Right.
The FIFA World Cup.
Is this based on the character of FIFA?
Yes, this is the FIFA as Primus.
Right, exactly.
I will actually show you what this is based upon. It is based upon
a football, Jason.
This guy.
I used to have this toy.
What is that? That's
Terrorhawks.
It's from Terrorhawks.
Terrorhawks.
He's got that little slidey thing that goes.
It covers his eyes. This one, you could wind it up. I've still got it. You wound it up and you push that little catch on the stand at the bottom, and it would roll around on the floor. Had a little centrifuge ball inside it. Brilliant.
I had the other one, Jason, where it was just the ball on the plinth. It had the little slide for the eyes. You just slid them across.
I love this. I love that thing. But when I saw that American styled soccer.
Yes, it's soccer, isn't it? Which is yeah.
I just was football, it looks like the Sergeant What's His Chops from that show when I was a kid,
Fair enough.
This was like a real curveball though when this appeared, because there were lots of people I think who didn't think it was real. But like once you actually see it, you're like, it actually makes all the sense in the world. Like, this is the sort of stuff, once you see them do it, you're like, I'm surprised they didn't do this before.
Right. Well, yeah. That was kind of, I must admit, and again, I paid zero attention to this when it was unveiled or whatever. It would have been a quick scroll on TFW 2005, let's put it that way. But I suppose the thing that, looking into it today, the thing that occurred to me was how obvious it is a thing to do. And that actually it's, as we sort of said, it's surprising because particularly once you've made a ball, then you could imagine, all right, well, now this can be a basketball, this can be a golf ball, this could be a tennis ball,
snooker
cricket ball, snooker ball. Do you know what I mean? Just go balls to the wall.
That's it. We got all the ball sports. Yeah.
Go ball happy.
Yeah.
It's covered in balls.
Yeah. That's what we want.
Why not? Let's get knee deep in there. Really get into the balls.
A handful of balls.
Yeah.
I love the fact they called it breakaway as well. It's like a really American sports term.
So I actually look. Yeah, so I saw TF Wiki was handy here. It said, whilst the name breakaway is not new to Transformers, a breakaway in soccer terminology is when an attacker, it was very aggressive, an attacker with the ball evades the opposing team's defenders to go one-on-one with the goalie for a scoring opportunity. I don't know what any of that means, but
I actually didn't know that. That's quite cool.
Well, it's sort of. We'll say.
Oh, okay. Is that wrong?
Well, no, it is more. It's just like a breakaway. It's just when, one team is usually under the cosh and they take the ball and they go down the other end and suddenly, like out of nowhere, like they rescue the ball and say maybe play a through ball, and suddenly they're on the charge out of nowhere. You know, it's like, oh,
that's
breakaway.
what I thought.
Got a bit of space. You know, they've suddenly got a load of space that they didn't have before, and they're piling forward.
And then they break away.
Yes.
Exactly. They generally play that.
Do they? I can imagine actually in American football stadiums, there's just Enya comes on.
Yeah,
break away.
I'm surprised what this isn't a FIFA branded World Cup ball. You know, like it's not just a all tournament ball. It's specifically a Team USA. Because Team USA, they have this crazy name. They're obsessed with calling them the USMNT. You know, the US men's national team. Whereas the rest of us were like England, Brazil.
Yeah.
You know. For some reason, the US
they have to put gender
call
into
themselves USA. They have to be USMNT.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
But
that's
I thought it would be like licensed merch for the World Cup rather than just specifically the US.
It's a funny one, isn't it? I wonder if they'll redeco this thing, as I say. And
so I thought they had done. I thought there was other ones. Is it just that USA one?
Just this one so far. Yeah. You might be thinking of the old American football helmets, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Oh yeah, that is what I'm thinking.
There's lots of them. Honestly, I was surprised, but my god. But yeah, this thing is just a one and done so far.
Right,
and it's absolute tat. But if they did it in a Brazil colorway,
right,
I would have it. I would have it.
I am going to shock you. I don't think this looks too bad. Honestly, like
what? Really?
Yeah, I really don't. Honestly, it works. It's fine. Like it's actually quite impressive that it turns into a complete sphere, right? Like just purely from an engineering technical point of view.
It's just Primus, though. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing.
Even the Primus toys don't do that.
That's exactly
true.
The
They've got the bigger.
We've had Unicron and Primus toys that haven't managed as perfect a sphere as this, and this is like a deluxe scale thing. Like it's relatively small. So the fact that they've done it, and actually the robot mode, I think looks decent. Honestly, like as a just purely, take the sports out of it. It honestly looks really good.
Well, yeah. So that I can't, I just can't buy anything with that USA. It just is so.
It's not for me. Don't get me wrong. Like,
me,
I'm not interested in the theme of it, but
the kind of brand of it, it's just quite ugly design for that, which does put me off. But yeah, it's a sphere. It's not.
Honestly,
it's not that high up on my list.
No, sure, but honestly, from an engineering standpoint, toy engineering standpoint, I think this is really impressive. I mean, they made a big deal with HasLab Unicron of how hard that was to make a perfect sphere, and here you are doing it at deluxe class.
True.
With a pretty cohesive robot mode. I think that's impressive.
It's clever, and it lands everything it's trying to do. I think that's why it works. It does just turn into a small football. Like I think I will inevitably end up with this at some point because I quite like the weird silliness of it, and I'm always quite fond of the USA team because it just has this quite bombastic kits and loudness to it that the rest of football doesn't have because it's very traditional. But there's and it's not Optimus Prime either.
No, but it does kind of look like him. It looks
like Orion Pax. I thought
it's an Orion. Yeah,
it's like a young Prime. Isn't
I think it's coded to do that to sell, isn't it? In a way. So
absolutely. I even noticed online that a lot of when this was first unveiled and before I don't know why, but a lot of the articles that had been written about it were calling it Optimus Prime. I guess from casuals that were just like, this must be Optimus Prime. So there was obviously a bit of confusion about that, but you can see why, because even the little antenna and the head crest and everything, it's just Optimus Prime's head without a faceplate.
The thing, if you look at the lips and not the entire jaw, but it's giving me a little bit of Buzz Lightyear vibes in his kind of pouty lips as well.
Is it
incidentally, the traditional colours for the United States shirt are actually white.
Oh, really?
This being red and blue, kind of like, it's not even turned into the kit.
Yeah, the red, white, and blue.
That's a bit of a weird one. But again, it's Optimus colours as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that this is a bit Russian dolls for me though as well, because he transforms into a robot that's kicking a ball, but then does that little ball transform into a robot that's got a little ball, and it just keeps going forever.
It's mass shifting is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's a bigger one meant to kick him.
Yeah, it kicks himself.
One thing I really like is a really fun touch is that they've put where they put the Autobot badge and the USA badge are where they would be on the shirt. So the Autobot badge is the manufacturer logo.
Oh, that's good.
Or Adidas badge would go. And obviously the USA badge is in the proper thing. And I just think that's really clever. That's a really nice little thing they didn't have to do.
No.
Makes sense if you're a football fan. You look at it and it's exactly.
No, yeah. I mean, again, even things like, look, it's not for me, but I can appreciate that, like the USA logo ends up on the front of the shin, for example. Like that's very clean, and it sounds really silly, but even the way that it's quite clearly been designed to pose like it's kicking the football, right? Like they've included the little accessory with it. It looks very articulated from the pictures I've seen, and I think if you're going to do a collab like this, it's like we were saying about like the shoes and the caps and this kind of stuff earlier. I appreciate the effort that's been involved here, and I think it works.
This is a TFN pickup for me, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, there is. I'm wondering about is that his groin and his abdomen? You know, they're kind of like.
Why are you looking at his groin, Jason?
Yeah, what's happening here, Jason?
But just look at the kind of curve. That bit looks like it has a pivot point, right?
You look at his curves.
Just below his like kind of his chest.
Jason, I'm about to blow your mind when to tell you about the ab crunch on toys.
Yeah,
well, that's like an inverse ab crunch. You know, there's something that to get him in that pose. No, it's not a critique or anything like that. But you know,
I love how you do this. You say something like that looks a bit bad. It's not a critique or anything, but you know,
maybe try harder, Hasbro. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, but that's how you would pose. Like I used to play football a lot, and it's kind of how your body naturally ends up is you kind of end up at that sort of angle with your upper torso often leaning up whilst your lower torso is going that way.
I'm just thinking where it's look, I'm picking, right? But it's just that bit. It's like you need to remove a few ribs to do that. But
the alien robot that turns into a football.
I know, sorry. What am I talking about? I'm getting really. This is dark Jason potential there, wasn't it?
Guys,
sorry, I take it all back. I love
sports,
this,
Grandad. Honestly,
give me a
windsurfer.
interest
you in Generation 1 Mirage again?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes, please.
I like that he's been posed in the box to look like he's kicking. You know, he's like lining up a big old kick there, going for a goal, going for a nice big goal.
It's quite funny though because if you look where he's doing it, the ball's behind him.
Yes,
forward, so he's actually completely miskicking.
Yeah, he's just kicking his shin. He's a Scottish player. Yes, that's what we do.
But no, I think honestly, as a complete package, this looks great, and it's clever of them to do it at World Cup time and everything as well. And you know, I would totally anticipate that we'll see some repaints of this.
I would love to see repaints because it would be cool. Like
get a Scottish one, Jason.
Get a Scottish one. I would do. I'd buy it for my mate Andrew. That's what I do because he's massively into his football. I'd get him one
as a novelty item, like
it's fun.
A keepsake for an international tournament. It's a really clever idea.
It is. Yeah.
Again, it's that thing you look at and you go, I'm amazed we haven't seen more things like this of Transformers are themed around not just sports events, but major like events that are happening, you know, festivals or things like that tie in specifically. It just, you feel like it's a real obvious untapped area.
I would agree, to be completely honest. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of, even outside the world of sports, you know, you think of like all the sort of real world events that happen, but here we are doing random ones of like celebs or whatever instead, you know, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an odd one, but hey, that of course brings us on to kind of what we started with, which is the football helmets. But you won't like me calling it football, will you, Liam?
Well, that's what the Americans call it as well. They are American football helmets.
Why do they call it football? Because they don't kick it, do they? They do kick it, but they don't. They run around with it as well. They hand it.
It's basically rugby in armor.
Yeah, it's armored rugby, isn't it?
Yeah.
And why do they wear the armor? Because
because
rugby players don't. Is it? Yeah, I've just never understood it because they put all of this stuff on. But like they don't wear that in rugby. So
it's like you've got touch rugby, you got American football, and then you've got Australian football as well. And they're all like variations. You know, American football does get a bit derided because they're wearing the armor and stuff like that. But American, like the difference. So I watch rugby. I used to watch rugby. I don't watch it as much as I used to as well. But there's a massive difference between like rugby players and American football players are so athletic.
Yeah,
they're so fast. And they're wearing all this armor, and it's just a very different sport in that respect. And it is like you said earlier, Liam. It's kind of very fast and very, very American, and the kind of stop start. You know, like high adrenaline, all that kind of stuff. You know, and it fits well. I would love to go and see an American football match. I think it'd be a lot of fun as well. Looking at these,
see an NBA game at the Knicks at
amazing
at Madison Square Garden. That was cool.
I've seen The Longest Yard.
So that gives me some
counts.
idea. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
good.
That was sort of the same. Yeah. But the crap remake as well, not the...
that doesn't count. No.
Is that the one with like Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or someone?
Yes, I think it's Stone Cold Steve Austin is in it.
See the original. That's awful.
The Adam Sandler one. Yeah, I've seen the original as well. Don't get me wrong, but like seen both. But yeah. Oh
my goodness.
So
incidentally, Jason, I have played rugby with 2 Great British Lions once. I scored a try in the game.
They didn't eat you?
Well done.
No.
Oh, okay.
One of them only had one eye. I can never remember his name, but we did. When I used to work at Virgin Media, they had like a day.
They did like a celeb thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they would bring everyone together for like a tournament of different teams from around the country.
That's amazing.
British Lions. And we had one on our team, and I think because I was the most average height one on the team, he was very keen. I scored a try. It's good.
That's real. So I
well done for trying.
A boss.
We had
Scott hard.
We had Scott Hastings and Gavin Hastings, who then were part of the Scotland team from my school. And my school was big for rugby and stuff like that, but it kind of some other schools were better and got better. But our deputy head, guy called Dr. Murray, massive guy, huge. And
that's a Scottish name.
Dr. Murray.
Dr. Murray.
Dr. Murray. He sounded like that as well. You boy. And you'd be like, whoa, I'm in trouble.
Oh, no, it's Dr. Murray.
He never wanted to be the head teacher. He was a deputy head. He was amazing. But it would be rugby that the boys would play. The girls would play hockey. And I remember going out. So I was fast, so I could be on the wing. And then he was subbing in for someone who got injured. So I decided this is a great opportunity to tackle Dr. Murray. All I remember, and this is me, I'm not like tall at this point. I'm just overconfident. And all I remember was literally going in for what I considered to be a good tackle. It was the right position. I just bounced off this guy. It was like amazing. And I distinctly remember just kind of being dazed on the floor. He came over, put his hand out, and he went, brave, but stupid. So it was just like hitting a brick wall. But I remember really enjoying it. I could kick a rugby ball better than I could a football. It was quite fascinating. But I remember being same kind of thing, being confused about American football until I started watching it. But coming back to the toys, right? These American football helmets, I saw these when they were released and I was a bit like, looking at them now, actually, these are kind of my favored. I quite like these.
So again, I've got to tell you, I think these work really well. Like genuinely,
cool.
I've seen a lot of people, kind of deriding them, saying they look a bit naff, whatever. It's not, again, my thing. I don't know much about American football, but I think these look really, really good.
They're just really nice, angry robot modes, aren't they? Yeah. It's cool.
I think the problem is people kind of look at them as Transformers, and they are Transformers toys, but that's not who they're targeted at. No. They are targeted at people who just pick up little bits and bobs, memorabilia to do with sports. Like if you watch Home Alone, when he goes in Buzz's room and he's just got bits and bobs of knickknacks to do with sports. It's stuff like that. They're not buying these things because they want them to have like a cyber training army with a big backstory. It's like, it's that my team I support with a fun robot mode. That's it. It's just a novelty thing to have on a desk. Absolutely. And I think these are great. I'm sad they haven't done a Chicago Bears team one because that's the one I would follow.
Right.
I would like to get, but I think these work so well. Like they're really well done.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do more.
I was surprised they've done 7 of them. Or again, surprised but not surprised, I suppose, because once they've got the mold, it's just like, let's
like
get on
colors.
this. Yeah.
But like, what kind of size is the helmet? Do you know? Is it like kind of like the size of a large apple or orange? It's like
the deluxe class, I think. So
okay, so you probably are talking like a large orange or a.
I was looking at them in Food and Planet today. They're not big, but then. They are about to look sort of size, aren't they?
That's cool, though. You can imagine those in like a Detolf shelf, just like, and as an American football fan, if you're a fan of the American football and just getting to get your team, it's cool. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of stuff that isn't designed to be completely collected as a line, like we are saying.
Yeah, totally.
It's like for fans of those teams, will be like, that's a cool novelty thing. And they would just have it on a desk or a shelf. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not meant to pick up like all 7 of them necessarily, are you? You know what I mean? And go crazy with them.
Yeah, it's going to be the same transformation for all of them, obviously. And
it's the same toy.
Same toy. Yeah, because we'd never do that. We'd never buy the same
we'd never
toy.
do that. Would be madness. Who would do that? Honestly. But, there's actually, again, just purely... kind of coming at this cold from a kind of like toy engineering perspective and kind of design and everything. There's a lot here that I think works. I mean, firstly, the alternate mode is, certainly to my eye, looks very cohesive. And again, it's quite spherical. So the fact that it
clips together in that way.
You see the inside of the helmet through the thing, which I think is really nice. It's not just like a facade, you know.
Yeah,
like
an opaque
head could go in.
Yeah. They've really thought that through. It's got the little straps on the side for the helmet and that kind of thing, which is all very clever. But also the fact that the robot mode is quite quintessentially Transformers in a number of ways. Like it has, and this might sound silly, but it has the it's like the equivalent of the car bonnet chest.
Exactly.
You know? Which is very clever.
Totally. Because that last one, I don't know, the black and yellow one, I don't know what team that is. Steelers. It's the Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers,
that is very Bumblebee, kind of the way Bumblebee kind of bonnet he's got going on. This is really nice.
Yeah.
And look, they can hold the American football.
Well,
it
and
looks like
that's,
it's part of
they've improved on that Megatron because they can actually hold the football.
It does look like it's welded to their hand, though.
Yeah, well, you can't have everything, can you? But but again, it's also incorporating the kind of like what Liam was sort of saying about like the shoe, wearing the shoe and things, because these guys are wearing little helmets as well, which is kind of just they've got very cool.
But face sculpt in there.
They're actually even better. The helmets are removable.
You
can take them off.
Cool.
Here you go. I got another little picture for you. Look, if you remove them.
Oh wow! Well, look at him.
Yeah, the helmet comes off, and then he's got a little head underneath, which
is
a
little Sentinel Prime from the film, isn't it?
It does, it really is. Really does look like that. Yeah, I think the visible screw holes there on the front are a little bit of a turn off, but hey, you know,
3D print some white bits.
No, because that's the sort of stuff you would get on an American football helmet.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you would.
To be fair, that's probably blown up quite a bit there in that picture as well, isn't it? So we're kind of focusing on it.
That's exactly the sort of thing, because that would hold that kind of apparatus onto the front of
I take it back.
Because those stuff will be adjustable, because that's what they do. But
yeah.
I think these just do exactly what they are supposed to.
Agreed.
And they do it really well.
I've just thought what I need and want from a sports brand now, and it's Transformer, is motorbike helmets.
Oh,
I would love that.
They could retool these into that.
Motorbike helmets would be phenomenal.
That would be really cool. Yeah,
so cool.
I kind of hope that they would do that actually, because I would get a motorbike helmet definitely.
Yeah,
don't even like. I don't ride motorbikes, but I still would get a motorbike helmet Transformer.
Because there's so many different styles of helmets as well that they're just like loads of fun.
That would be
brilliant. All right, yes, please, Takara, Hasbro. That's what we need.
Hasbro. Yeah, well, I'm sure Takara had a hand in the engineering and everything, but yeah, it's a Hasbro-led thing. But yeah, there's 7 of these already. So you've got here we go. I'm gonna name them just so you can, for completeness' sake, and to say that we did.
Rams.
You've got. Well, this is in the order that they're written. So you've got KC-59, who's from the Kansas City Chiefs. You've got Star Blitz, which is the Dallas Cowboys. You've got Steel Smash, who's the one that you mentioned, Jace, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. You've got Tundra Prime, who's the Green Bay Packers. Tundra Prime, my
yellow
God.
One.
Yeah, right. He's quite a big deal. He's a Prime. Look at that.
He's got a cool head sculpt. Yeah. It's amazing.
You've got Blizz Herd, who's the Buffalo Bills. Gold Rush, the San Francisco 49ers. And Skullgrin, who's the Minnesota Vikings.
I love it.
So there you go. I'm sure I said all of that perfectly.
There's a couple of like really major teams missing here.
Yeah.
Like the
Dolphins,
New York teams, the Jets.
Yeah.
The Cougars.
Giants.
Is that a thing?
What do you call it?
Cougars are a thing.
The raccoons.
Raccoon.
I don't know.
There are the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
They're not on here.
Right. Jaguars. That's the same.
Raccoons.
Yeah.
Trash
pandas.
Trash pandas.
Trash pandas.
Trash pandas. That's what we need.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Rhode Island squirrels.
Yeah. Exactly. This is what I sound like to you, isn't it, Liam? When I'm talking about like Nottingham Wanderers or whatever. What are they? Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest Rangers.
It's quite easy to remember because Nottingham is quite famous for its forest.
Yeah,
and that's literally
Forest Rangers.
However, Jason, that's not where the name comes from.
Oh, is it not?
No, it comes from the Forest Recreation Ground, which is where I used to play football all the time. It's right in the middle of town.
Nice.
It's where forests were formed, which is.
That's cool.
But does the Forest Recreation Ground not take its name from the forest?
No. It's right in the middle of the city, whereas Sherwood Forest is miles and miles away.
Yeah, no, I know Sherwood Forest is like well out. I know that, but like, why is it called the Forest Recreation Centre then?
Because it's on a big road called Forest Road, and it's covered in trees.
Okay, there we we go. That's cool.
It's a big
the forest road,
land with trees.
the forest road is presumably called Forest Road because it leads to the forest, right? That's why like a lot of roads are called what they are.
But not Sherwood Forest. These are unrelated events.
But which forest is it related to? Which road does Forest Road lead to?
This forest. So that's where I grew up. Is this area. So this forest, the Forest Recreation Ground, which is where Nottingham Forest were formed.
Presumably,
no relation to Sherwood Forest, despite the.
Presumably, the Forest Recreational Ground was named after the road, and the road came first, right? The road was presumably there.
Why don't you take this to the wiki?
What's this got to do with Sherwood Forest?
but that's what I'm saying. But it's all like it's layers, isn't it? Because you're saying, it's not related to Sherwood Forest. But if indeed the road leads to Sherwood Forest, then the road was named after the forest. Well, it's named after. Well, it's okay, but the road is named in relation to some forest that it leads to. The recreational ground was named after the road, and then the team were named after the recreational ground. But it all leads back to the forest, is what I'm saying. The forest is like all drains lead to the ocean. And
my assumption is that the road was named after the forest.
Right. There you go.
It runs parallel with it.
Well, there we are then. So it is related to the forest.
Indirectly
related. Not indirectly.
No.
Yeah, not directly.
No, that's what I said. It is related to the forest, but it's not related to Sherwood Forest. There's no.
That's a different forest.
These are two separate forests.
Right. Yeah.
The place where this is where my grandma lived and where I grew up is called Forest Fields. Isn't it?
Right. And now we're getting into it.
Terrible area where I grew
Forest
up,
Fields makes even more sense for football.
It does,
because that's where you play on fields.
Forests were formed, Nottingham Forest.
There we go.
Very, very far away from Sherwood Forest. However, one of the roads, the main road, is called Sherwood Rise. There's a lot of Sherwood related.
There is a lot of Sherwood.
Yeah, a lot of Sherwood. Yeah.
Yet Sherwood Forest is really far away from.
I mean,
it's on the edge.
Sherwood.
Nottinghamshire.
Oh, no. I don't know what's going on with me tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, it's delirious with all the sports chat.
Yeah, it's the heat as well. Honestly.
Out of interest, was that your last photo? Was that your last?
That's it. Yeah, that's
so not a curveball, I promise.
Ooh.
But there is an entire line that has been omitted that is sports related from Transformers.
Is it more cars?
No, it's not. And these actually transform into sports items as well.
Is it bots?
It is bots.
Oh, of course it's
there you go.
Good man.
Look at these little guys. You got
done.
a boxing glove, you've got the bat, you got the American football, you've got the little juice container, you've got a sports watch, and you've got a puck as well.
What did you just say?
You said dildo. It's a sport. You did say dildo. I mean, it's not a dildo. It's a sports isotonic drink. But these guys. I've got these guys and girls, and they are brilliant. They're great. And I remember when we were thinking about this, and then we were just chatting about it. And then this afternoon, I was like, "Wait a minute! There's a whole load of them." And this is a whole
good shout. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
That's
but
really
there
cool.
is. But this is a separate mini-sode or episode at some point to talk BotBots, because I love these little guys.
Yeah, we'd have to come back and do a whole thing on BotBots. There's a poo, isn't there? There's a poo BotBot.
There is. There's a load of emojis. There's an entire emoji set, and the poo is one of the emojis as well.
Maybe that was related to that runner that did a poo.
It goes with Magnus.
Maybe. I'm just saying. There was the lady, wasn't there?
She's a Scottish runner.
Yeah, there you go.
That's terrible. I forgot her name.
She
anyway,
stopped off. Stopped off.
Says, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
When you gotta go, you gotta
go. What's it? Oh my god.
Paula Radcliffe.
Well remembered. Yes.
You see, I know sports. I didn't even Google it. I know
that was really good. Yeah. You just set that up there.
I
Look at this.
Genuinely just thought of it, but yeah, Paula Radcliffe. There you go.
Wow. But, we should do an episode on BotBots.
We should. I would love it.
Yeah, underappreciated bit of Transformers, which is so inventive and exciting.
But it's like that whole, we were chatting the other day, weren't we, about like the bit in one of the Bayformers movies where all those objects, that was the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew,
coming alive and so that's what BotBots are all about. So you've just got all these different lines, but they're great. It'd be quite a fun mini-sode.
Well, yeah, totally. Two things occur. One is that actually I don't think we've ever even thought about doing something on BotBots. So good shout, Jace. And secondly, I don't own any BotBots, which is mad. I should.
Really?
Yeah.
They're great. I love them. They're such little fun. I've got them all at work.
But, yeah.
They're just. I do know that Toy Fu have got a load of them this year as well on their stall.
I would like to get some because they are
super fun.
They're
dead affordable and good stuff. But there's a little laptop, there's a little arcade machine. There's a little pinball table.
I mean,
and they're really cute little robots.
There's a poo, and I have an 8-year-old boy. You know,
got plenty of poos then.
Oh, well, that's true.
There's an ice cream sundae that turns into a unicorn, which is just beautiful. It's just great. It's all the vibes I'm looking for. They're so cute.
I just feel like I've failed as a father if I don't equip
don't get him a transforming poo.
Yeah. He will. I can't even tell you the delight that would.
He will place it on every table he can.
Every conversation is related to fecal matter in some way or another. Honestly, it's just incredible. So yeah, okay, great. Well, we'll come back and do more on BotBots another time. But well done, Jason. You've absolutely right to point those out. Liam, any more sports transporters for you, or are we?
No, I think that's it now.
Covered it.
Yeah, I think you've done quite a comprehensive job. There's bound to be little things we've missed. But
I'm sure.
I feel like we've hit full time on this now.
Oh, there we go.
Final score.
Well, it was a game of two halves, and we had both of them. So there you go. That was it.
Oh man, please do more sports analogies.
This
is like pun. It's like the amount of analogies, puns through this. This is like peak, honestly. You know,
I'm just grateful we've made it through without any hole was a goal joke or anything like
that. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we didn't do that as well. Very, very glad. We couldn't sing to those depths.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Well, it's that time where we're going to talk about our sponsor for the evening, and that is, as ever, tfsource.com. And we're going to do what we always do, take a look at what they've got in stock and available for pre-order right now, choose an item and talk about it. And we made a very fast decision there to talk about Overgear Optimus Prime, because I don't know about you guys, but this is a must-buy for me.
I love it. It's
phenomenal.
That's great, isn't it? Like what? Both modes.
Good looking. Yeah.
That alt mode is like just what we were talking about decals. This looks like a kind of model kit.
It does actually. Yeah. It really has those vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Really nice. That gun emplacement on the back. This is peak Transformers for me. Really beautiful alt mode. And that Prime.
Yeah,
wow.
Just phenomenal. This is exactly what I want Transformers to be doing right now. Like just new stuff, new designs, fun. Well, I don't know how fun it is. We'll have to see in hand, but just something a bit different, a bit fresh.
This is gorgeous. This is what I wanted the movies to do, back in the day. This kind of look. And it's amazing. It reminds me a lot of the Ludacruiser Optimus,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of those vibes. And it's just fantastic. Like the shapes, the poses it can do. And oh man, this is absolutely a must.
It's a must
guns. I can see you two having a load of fun taking photos of this guy.
I am already just so in awe of it from the promotional pictures and everything, honestly. And it looks like they've kind of done that thing though of trying to make them sort of quite fun to handle, because you can see it's got lots of options around how to store the guns, lots of like little accessories, and kind of it does what Takara does really well. Like there's the one picture of it which you can see on TF Source with all the guns kind of positioned over the shoulders, and it's got like a knife blade on its shoulder there, and just it looks like there's little things on its legs. Looks like there's just tons of ways that you can pose it, arm it up, kind of configure
like
it,
modular,
whatever.
It's got like missiles on his shin. And do you know, even you see that back view as well with all the tires and one slightly offset. I really love that, because that is and actually the rifle goes on his back as well, kind of in his butt crack. But it's like the way that those tires are slightly offset. It's exactly how you could see it transforming in like the movie or the cartoon or whatever.
Well, it really reminds me of that famous Optimus transformation sequence from the 2007 film when it kind of the camera spins around him and the wheels lock into place. It's absolutely
great
awesome.
Sequence.
That's really amazing. Great piece of CGI and just incredible sequence. And those wheels there really remind me of that.
Yeah, it just looks it makes sense. It looks substantial and fills in the leg, and just brilliant design on this guy. So much little detail. A little kind of chevron red and white bit around the wheel arches and elements like that. Another tire's just been kind of put in underneath as like a backpack section. It's great.
Really, really cool. Yeah, lovely little bits of writing tempos and things as well. It's got clear plastic windows, which is always nice to see. So it has a detailing over the wheel arches and stuff like that.
Even like the internal skeleton of like that orange and blue. It's just got a little flash of orange on his elbow and his upper arm. That's just really nice.
I love that because it does look like it's Optimus underneath with armor over the top. It's kind of it's like a hint to his color rather than it being another red Optimus. It's just little, just little hints of that classic Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I personally agree with that, and I welcome the orange. I think it makes a nice little pop of color, like a nice little contrast, especially as it's not red. It's it's a little bit different. I know our mate Sid had mentioned, he was like, oh, Takara need to stop doing kind of red arms Optimus, if you like. And to be fair, when you look at a lot of the collabs, it's true on the Zoids Prime, it's true on the Lunar Optimus. They all have that sort of like red element on their upper arms or what have you. But I think it works here personally.
Yeah, it's nice. It's great.
It's superb. It's great. It's a must have. And it has that look of a toy you really want to pick up and mess with.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And take pictures of. Yeah, very much so. I've absolutely must buy from me. Sounds like it is from both of you as well.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's okay, $160 on TF Source, but for not often I say this, but it looks worth it. I'm looking at the size of it and all those, as you say, all those accessories you're getting with it, the modes. It's different to what we've got before. Yeah, it's definitely up there as a 2027 purchase.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a funny one because it's not as big as you'd think. It's only, it says there it's 7.2 inches in robot mode. So it's not a huge toy by any means, but I kind of like that as well. Like it feels like it's not going to be too massive,
Yeah, it's slightly bigger than a deluxe, isn't it?
Is that it? I thought it'd be a bit bigger than that. I thought it'd be like a little Voyager, but
yeah,
I was looking at this yesterday, like photos of it, and I was thinking, oh, this has future 2026 Toy of the Year vibes written on it,
Yeah, 2027.
2027, yeah.
Yeah, it's March.
That's next year, isn't it?
Yeah, which is the other thing that is quite surprising because obviously pre-orders have gone up for the thing already. And it's like, that's quite a long pre-order, but I don't mind that personally. Like it's great to have something to look forward to. And sometimes I get a bit like, oh my God, when the pre-orders roll around and it's like, this is dropping in a month.
Oh, totally.
This Overgear line is turning out to be like a real one I'm starting to keep my eye on more and more. The more I see it, is each one I'm like, oh, this is interesting and different.
The blackout just looks so good, honestly. It's a must buy, definitely, for me. So yeah, love them all so far. But yeah, you can get them on tfsource.com. You can go and pre-order them right now. It's available to order. And we recommend that you do. Go and check it out, tfsource.com.
We now return to the Transformers.
Right, well, that's going to do it for... I nearly got it wrong again, but Transporters. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to make that a thing. I'm going to keep saying it, and then it's going to earworm everybody. And
it's going to stick.
Yeah.
Like
it's going to confuse everybody.
Yeah, like a dart, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And yes, it might confuse a few people.
That's what we need. We need a pint of beer to transform.
And a dartboard.
And a dartboard. That's a classic, isn't it?
A dartboard transformer would be great.
That would be quite fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. That would be very funny.
But with those little felt, sticky darts.
It could be like Soundwave is the dartboard and all the little darts are like his minions.
Or it could turn into Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah. That's a collab that needs to happen, isn't it? Bullseye.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jim Bowen, headmaster.
He did have a big heat, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's true.
Brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Here's what you could have won.
Yeah. Brilliant. But yeah, so
sad Bullseye music.
Yeah. There you go. Are you happy now then, Liam? We've done a sports episode.
Yeah, I feel like it's taken however many years we've been doing this, but
10.
It was nice. I enjoyed it. I was impressed by your sports knowledge.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been brushing up a little bit, sort of getting in there.
I was impressed you got to Paula Radcliffe before everyone else, and
Yeah, well, get that in there.
Didn't Google it. Do you know what FIFA stands for now? Then, have you remembered?
First in, first
available.
There you go. Yes.
Wow, he is becoming a sports guy.
Yeah, I assume that's right.
He's a regular sports almanac.
It always makes me think of my years working in restaurants and stuff, and it was FIFO was the thing, first in, first out. In fridges and things. That was the rule. There's the food safety, all of that.
I like that.
First in, first out. Yeah.
FIFO. I'm going to use that.
Stock rotation.
Staff.
All right.
Not really. That's terrible.
That is awful. That's a terrible thing to say, Jason.
The dark Jason appeared there.
That is, you're going to get cancelled now, and rightly so.
No, obviously I would never do
Long
that.
overdue.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to get more of this kind of bants and hear other reasons why Jason should be cancelled, then you can get on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/triple takeover, where we've got loads of stuff on there. We've got all kinds of mini-sodes, mini-series. I was working it out the other day, how many recordings are on our Patreon, and I can't even remember the number now, but it was
over
like
300.
More. It's absurd amount of content on there. Absolutely absurd. I mean, we're into you could sit down now and listen to us for weeks without stopping, right? Like weeks, actual weeks, I think, which is mad. Absolutely mad.
Yeah. So
go and do that, I guess, and support us in the process, which is always nice. But there are lots of perks on there. Another perk, of course, Jason, is that we like to say thank you, don't we?
We do indeed. Yes. We've got the roll call for everyone tonight as well to say thank you to all our lovely Patreons. So I will kick off with Nick, Danny Roberts, Andy, Chris, Spiderfather, Adam Shoemaker, Bad Saturday, Dave Dalrymple, Absurd, Gio Kaiser, Yusufer, John Pearl, Anthony Cars, Alec Meir, Captain Ra, Phil G, Rotorstorm, Puma the Hunter, Peter Hammerson, Shenry, Jesse Marino, Nexus, Aaron Svoboda, Andy Gold, Gold Squall, Simon Elvin, Joshua's Cracktastic Plastic, Dan Vestator, Jeffrey Friege, Kyla Wilmoth, Lucas Henkel, Mollis Koenig, Malcolm Hobbs, CNC Rick 56, Zach Lawson, Jason Murray, David Shepherd, S. Deem, Quick Mixed, Mark Alley, Graham Muffet, Burke Perota, Eric Hoyt, Bobby P, full stop, Mike Mike Loyacono, Naya Batts, Chris Rodwell, Steve Redmond, Jim Kinsey, James Pascoe, Ghost Prime, Yickel, Hodert Walter, Charlie Shopple, Maya Transta, Alexis Taylor, Windows 6K, Jeremy Whittle, Ross, Jetfire James, Dugatron, Squid Catfish, Calidus, Unchromatic Boar, Michael Brandt, Spiderbob, James Hooks, Chup, Gold Bolt, Riley Lentz, Emperor Galvatron, Spencer Butler, Alan Johnson, Adam Brady, James Turnham, Simon, The Transformers Closet, EMH_Richard, Robin Hunt, RHA, Jetfire Prime 760, James Clark, Dave Beckett, Jeremy Concheco, Ben Erickson, Evil Plot Disease, Clark Clint Gaming, Tony Hayward, Freedom is the Right, DJ Convoy, Private Random, Rob Franklin, Digbysaurus, Menestreaker, Darge, Cosmic Conquer, Traffic Cone, The Perfect Pixel, A Saucy Fellow, Andrew Bentley, Mark Bairstow, Obadiah Starbuck, Toy Pocket, Zigzagger, Dylan, T-Formers 2002, Rob S01, Forever One, Dustimus Primal, Aggressive Bread, Elliot Wright, Hugh McKinney, Chris Carnage, Koi, Goji Prime, Volk, Radimus, Tarngarian, Here's Why It's Cool, Jetstorm, Benza Ellsworth, G-Stolt Geek, DD, Gareth 40foot30, Meltdown, Skywop SCS, Mikey, TF Granddaddy, Quetzalcoatlus North Roppy, Billbots, Turbine, 027, in brackets Bobby Allen, Jamesy Plays, Michael Wiggert, Jamie at Storm Toy Photography, TF Show UK, Vincent de Boada, the 20-Sided Theatre, Andrew Nixon, Justin Sladen. I'll go back. Vicente Taboada. Sorry, I've been doing that wrong all this time, haven't I? Vicente Taboada. Andrew Nixon, Justin Sladen, Matthew Short, Don Lubecki, Connor Ross, Robert Suarez, Trent, Janiro, Shuketh, Kwewe, SWC Ronan, William Scott, Ileana Megan Chapa, Jamie Price, Kevin Isomorphic Prime, Gray's Counterattack, Matt Dennett, Daniel Procco, Till All Are One, Joe Buccelli, Stepo Shows, Lee Taylor, Eric Matroplex, Jordan Jennings, Demoman 0121, George the Robot Sauropod, Minicon Madness, Jason528, Bullfrog Lover 64, Siege Maximo, Big Fat Dynamo, Jack Aliber, Jazzy Drifter 2, Sheamus, Carlos Rico, Jacques Pelletier, Mando Vark, Suicide Tuesday, Prime, James Maxwell, Ultra Pittus, Liam Williams, Cyber Target, Cryptic, Dom Salvia, Sephirus, Ian, Krisha, Christopher Goodman, Aaron West, Justin Rupert, special guest star Mark J. Schulitz, our old friend, Lightning, Matthew Davis, Doaya Land, August Cat, Connie Convoy, Nick Warren, Ridge, Aaron Michael, Carly J. Jepson and the Holograms, Flywheels, John Tricklops, Son Doherty, Sid Beckett, Zachary Blader, Bjorn 5, Victory Kaiser, Shadwick Shao, Steve Collinson, Monkey Lou, Richard Delafield, Bisto Yeti, Jay, Ben Robinson, Jasper Van de Brink, Nemesis Slime, Exalt, Kyla Magnus, Reese Punkett, Sue, Parker Z, Dash Fox, Rogue 13 CD, Sean McGonigal, Rain, Dennis Lee, Here's Lee, Samuel Peters, Justin Severson, The Mighty Bish, Lord Lucan, Ray Lowry, GB, Stuart Coke, The Real Hibberman, Neurotictum, Mark Chiari, Hassan M31, Ben Gleed, Ari Moscatel, Billy Ho, Matthew Ferrero, Arch Deluxe, Preston Crawford, The Sandwich, Jade Mays, John R, and the Mates Brothers, who you might recognise. Welcome to all those new people. That was a lot of new people.
Well done,
there.
Jason, going through that. It seemed like a struggle.
Do you know what? There was a few there that were catching me out, I'll be honest. Yeah,
like Vincente what is it? Vincente Taboada.
Yeah, where's Vicente?
Vicente.
Let's go back. Where
Vicente Taboada.
Vicente Taboada. Yeah.
Taboada.
Taboada.
I presume. I don't know.
You hit me up on Discord, Vicente, and let me know, where it is as well. But yeah. I think you mentioned, Sixo, that we're at 247.
I think it's a bit more than that, actually. Yeah, something. Yeah. It's quite a lot of patrons that we've got now. Yeah, it's getting up there. Let's say it's a lot of names.
Thank you, everybody. Lovely.
Do you know what is funny when you're doing this? First of all, incredible job, Jason. Absolutely phenomenal. All taking aside, really, really great job. I do love that Rob has written Suarez in brackets next to his name.
Yeah, to make sure I get it right.
Yeah. I'm not even going to attempt to say his name as it's supposed to be said now for fear of getting it wrong myself. But that is funny.
Yeah, it's
Suarez, like the footballer Luis Suarez. I'd kept looking up, Jason, because I could hear you because I'm watching currently Canada versus Qatar in the epic Titanic battle. It's currently 0-0, and every now and again I would hear you say a name and it would crap me up, and I'd have to look up.
Well, we're very happy, Liam, that you can look up from your television screen occasionally.
Look at him multitasking. It's very impressive.
Absolutely unbelievable.
My phone lock. It's just going.
Yeah. Cool.
It's the World Cup.
It's like I said, sports episode.
Yeah. There we go. Anyway,
wait till you see this Canada kit. It looks like someone's just lobbed paint at a black canvas. What's going off?
Cool. We'll have to look it up. Yeah. Well, anyway, we don't want to keep you, Liam, so we'll let you go. You can watch TV or whatever you want to do. Do you know what I mean? So sorry about that. So anyway, thanks everybody for listening. So we really appreciate your engagement, and I hope you've enjoyed your sports theme episode. They think it's all over. It is now.
Oh, well done, sir.
Brilliant.
I applaud you for that.
Well,
there you go.
It only actually came to me about 2/3 of the way in, and I was like, I really hope Liam doesn't make that joke first.
No, I've been waiting. I was like, I'm interested to see how you finish it. It's like, it's going to have some kind of sports line. And you did not disappoint.
Nailed it. Excellent.
Hey, I winged it. Is that as good?
You're a work in progress.
Okay.
So well. So